But it's not locked. Is that? So that's what's been happening?
Yeah. You have anybody watching on your TikTok? You have anybody watching on your TikTok?
2 people.
Oh, okay. Say hi.
Hello.
Wait, there's somebody watching?
Go ahead.
Now I look like an asshole.
Let me see your muscles.
Doesn't do it.
Still nothing?
Yeah. So I would say maybe just do it from back here more. We can get everybody.
Yeah.
Put this back.
That's pretty much where I'm gonna have to be at.
Whoa.
Oh, hi. Hello. Hello.
Tell them what this live stream is.
Oh, it's Adrian. It's Julian.
Oh, okay, there you go. Just him?
Yeah. Say hello.
Right there, Miklo, what do you think? Super behind the scenes, but that's fine, right?
Yeah.
Maybe move it over to get the camera out the way.
Yep. A little bit of an angle. All of us in there. Everybody try to talk, I guess, a little bit with projection, just because this isn't hooked up to a mic.
Give me some likes, Julian.
Dubs in the chat. Dubs in the chat.
W's in the chat.
Dubs
What does that mean?
W's in the chat.
Dubs in the chat.
Questions?
No, just W, like it's winning. It's a winning live. It's like if someone does something stupid, they'll say that's like an L. You know what I mean?
Julian.
Shit like that.
Julian.ESD. Alright.
You're selling yourself out, man.
I'm looking at his name. I've never seen his TikTok before. I don't have TikTok.
Can you get in?
I'm in here. I am in here. Make sure I don't lose connection.
Wait, so what does W's in the chat mean?
Got our switcher going.
You're an old man.
Like you're
because
getting a
you
dub.
don't
Like what you're doing is good.
So like if there's cool stuff going on in the chat, you're like W's in the chat.
Yeah. No chat. No chat. W chat.
Running through the 6 with my clothes.
So the chat,
just-
the people in the chat will just type a bunch of W's?
Wait, why is it
Yeah, or
private?
they'll just say L's, like if whatever we're doing is
It
kind
says
of dumb,
that
they'll
the-
just
it
drop a
says
bunch
that
of
the YouTube
L's
video is
or.
private.
Huh?
It says that the YouTube video is private.
The live?
What?
I see 14 people in here.
W's in the chat?
Yeah. What's the vibe? We're about to start this live chat.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Yeah.
I got it.
Hold on, huh?
Yeah, we're about to start. We're about to start. Pre-show.
Hello.
Alright, give me some
This is
late intro music.
this is our very first podcast on YouTube. Welcome everybody.
Hello.
Yeah, help us if you guys notice that there's anything wrong with the connection or the sound. Let us know. We're still trying to figure this out, and any sort of help, guidance can kind of let us know what we got to change, and we'll jump up and do that right away.
Tell us if we're fucking up.
Yeah, tell us if we're fucking up.
Please.
All right, so before we get started though, we do have a challenge for the table. So do you want to get?
Wait. Let me. You want? Are you talking about my challenge?
It's gonna be your challenge. Yeah,
Okay.
we have yours, and then we also you busted out some stanky ass shit.
Yeah,
right now.
dude.
I'm not doing
it.
Put it on camera really quick. Put
Yeah,
it,
so
put it
this
there for people to
says
see.
this says I think
Well, what is it?
Hold on. Does that
Yeah.
the world's strongest smelling salts. This is Juju Mufu's smelling salt,
Yeah.
and Juju Mufu is I don't even know an influencer that does all kinds of crazy stuff athletically.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
He's I'm pretty sure he's on steroids, but
So what do you want us to do with this?
Like the Liver King or different
no, Liver King's all natural.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't you dare say he's on steroids.
Of course.
All right, so I'm trying to get some W's in the chat. I don't know what that means.
There's gonna be all L's in the
So
chat.
let me see how strong these are.
Okay.
All right, I'm going all in.
Jesus Christ, bro.
You want-
No, I'm not doing this shit.
Has
Yeah,
anyone?
you
Has,
don't even need to. You
Oh,
can just
great,
smell
bro.
it.
I'm gonna shake it up. I'm gonna shake it up real quick.
Has-
Wait, let me see it so I can show TikTok.
yeah,
show
show
TikTok.
TikTok.
This is what he's about to. It's some smelling salts.
If anybody wants better audio, we're going live on Twitch to connect, and we're connected to actual audio on Twitch. For anybody who's following,
I gotta talk into this. I forgot.
we have a better setup going on Twitch. We have a little bit of experience doing that, but for whatever reason, YouTube, we're still figuring that one out.
Can
Just
you
putting it
hear
out
me,
there.
Nicola?
Yeah, I hear you loud and
Loud and
clear.
clear? Alright,
Really
cool.
good.
All
So what do you want us to do with this? What would you?
We gonna hit this.
You want to smell it?
We
really
gonna smell
quick?
it.
Just to
Yeah,
get it
yeah,
going?
yeah.
All right.
You just need to be in the
All right, ready,
room with
ready,
it.
ready,
You
ready?
can smell it.
Yeah. Sure. What's it smell like?
Hold on, I didn't get any because I'm
It
Hold on.
smells. It smells like straight like
the strongest
Like,
ammonia you ever smelled in your life.
cat piss on level 100.
Honestly, it kind of does smell like cat piss.
All right,
well,
hold
it's
on, hold on,
ammonia,
hold on.
and that's a cat piss.
It just doesn't. It just does not. And
Oh,
for
God.
whatever reason,
Here.
it hurts.
You guys want to see this?
Yeah, let's
Look at my eye.
You could smell it in the room.
Yeah.
Like you don't even
Look at
need.
my eye.
You don't have to get as
Look at
close as
my-
you did.
That I was in there.
Oh
You
my
wanna get in
God.
there?
Your eye is red.
Oh my
One of your eyes is red. One of them is red.
Oh, it still hurts.
One
You
of
wanna
them
get
is red.
in there? Wanna get in there?
I'll get a little. I'll get a little whiff, but I can't wait to see what we have next
Oh,
because
dear Jesus, my eyes. It's like cutting onions.
that's not good.
Oh,
That's not good. There's a reason why that's used
Yeah.
for people who are like on the brink of death.
Yeah.
There's
yeah,
a reason
that's
for
true. They
that.
bring him back to life with this. And power lifters.
Okay.
Powerlifters,
All
yeah.
right. Let's get to.
See those power lifters
Let's-
kissing themselves.
Let's get to the real challenge. So Lindsay sent a group text.
Yeah. So I sent the group chat and I was like, look, I want to do this thing, but it's $200. And of course, you know, like I'd be down to spend it, but I want to see
What was,
if you can even like try. Let me see you attempt to do it.
so I asked her. I was like, babe, you sent a request for $200 in our group chat. What are you trying to do? And she's like, well, I don't want to ruin the surprise. Well, $200 is a lot of money for people to just like to ask for
For a
us to
surprise,
spend
yeah.
without knowing what it is. So she showed me a video, and in this video, there's a guy trying to pick up this mug, and he couldn't. It was way too heavy. It was a 22-pound mug. And I was looking at it, I'm like, all right, fine. Yeah, that's easy, but we're not spending $200 on that. I got a 25-pound kettlebell right here. And if we're going to see anything, let's see if any of us can pick it up at the table, because this guy couldn't move it at all
But we have to pick it up like a mug.
to try
Yeah.
to take a drink.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you think you can do it?
I don't know with the kettlebell because I'm assuming you're talking about a mug that weighs 22 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be shaped differently than a kettlebell will. Kettlebell is gonna be really heavy again. Like
It's the same,
do it again.
it's the same shape.
concept.
Yeah.
It's the same, yeah.
Whoa, whoa!
it's the and that's the zin. I'm not having taking the zin.
That's the
Yo,
smelling
my
salt.
eyes still watered,
My eye's
son.
watering too. That hurt.
Damn.
I don't know why you like doing
Okay, so my answer to you
He loves to
is
torture himself.
He
all the
does.
time.
my answer to you is you're damn right I can do it, but it's gonna be harder than a mug because a mug is closer to your
that.
hand
Yeah,
than the kettlebell will
You
be.
can't do it.
I'm gonna set it.
I know I can.
I'm gonna set it on the table on its side like a mug.
Okay.
Okay. The only difference is gonna be a 3-pound difference.
You can only use one hand,
Yes, one hand. It's like a mug.
and it's 3 pounds heavier,
It's
right?
3 pounds heavier than this
Even when you
$200
pick
mug.
it up, even when you pick it up though, like you're on its side, it's the bar's gonna be like this. How you gonna?
No. I'm gonna have it oriented, like ready
Like
for you
like
guys
you
to
can
grab
try
it.
it?
Yeah. Do you guys want to try it?
Yeah, I can do it.
Yeah,
I
we're
can
gonna
do
try
it
it.
for sure.
All right, so we'll
Oh, in the
Well-
chat they said use the salts before you.
Oh!
yeah, that's
Whoever
exactly
said
right.
that, great
Thank you.
advice.
Yeah,
I'm gonna hit the smelling salts.
exactly.
I'm gonna do it.
All
Okay,
right.
I'm gonna do it before the smelling salts
Yeah.
and then after.
Yeah.
I bet you I'll do it after.
Give me one second, but it was a TikTok she
Hold on,
showed
let me
me.
get these ready.
It's right here.
Let me get these ready.
Let me see.
Let me get these ready. Yeah, these will help for sure.
Yes.
I don't know. Do you lose?
All right,
brain-
chat. Look,
Do you lose? brain
25-pound kettlebell,
Yeah.
right? It's supposed to simulate the mug that we saw online.
Mhm.
They're saying they could do it. I don't think they could do it. Look, 25-pound kettlebell. Just so you know, it's not anything fake. I don't think any of us are gonna be able to do it, but we'll see. All
right, yes.
I'm gonna head it to Adrian first.
Yeah, go Adrian first,
And then we'll go from there. Make sure your camera's
I don't know. I don't think I can do it.
Locked
I
in.
can do shot.
I will say this to everybody that's watching and listening. This is gonna be harder than the mug, just because not only is it 3 pounds heavier, but it's
All right, on three.
it's not
Okay,
proportionally.
on three.
Well, I gotta stand up.
Yeah. Go ahead, stand up.
Yeah, I guess.
Hey, do not shit yourself, please, on live TV, on live stream.
Or
No, you have to hold it,
Like a mug.
I did not hold my mug.
No. Get the
Like
fuck
you're
out of
sticking
here.
a finger in it. Come on. All right, ready on three. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Drink. Hey!
Alright, okay.
All right, big guy.
Fuck you mean?
Alright.
Well, I think standing. I think standing.
Is it different sitting? Try sitting.
I can do it in my sleep, bro.
All right, let's see.
That's that easy.
And you have to pull it to you like this, like you're gonna. No, that's see, that's
What
not. That's not picking.
Am I gonna
That's
shit
not picking
Yeah.
up your
You ain't gonna
mug.
shit his pants.
Yes, it is.
No, because when you pick up, you go like this.
You don't know how to drink.
Where's the sit?
What?
Yeah, not quite, not quite.
No,
not
he's
quite.
about to break his wrist.
Not quite.
Yeah, it's because I used all my power in the first one, dude.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Sal.
Technically, I did it. Fucking
You did.
Oh.
You did a lot better than me my first try.
Wait, so you have to be sitting down?
Uh-huh.
That's how.
And you
That's
have
how.
to, and you have to try to drink it like a cup.
That's how it was shown in the video. Whether standing up matters or not, we don't know any official
I'm
rules.
sure standing up matters because you're using your legs and your back.
Right.
Right.
So tilt it towards you like you got a cup.
Well, hold on.
All right, hold on. I think I lost connection in Twitch.
This is heavy.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah, it was pretty heavy.
There's no way.
All right.
It's not sitting down. I'm gonna try.
I just burped. It's mighty dirty. I had Chinese food.
I'm gonna hit the smelling salts first.
Give me the heads up. Had some Panda.
All right, hold on.
Would you be
Panda
able,
Express.
Okay,
What's
we're
up?
back on one. All right, hold on.
What you need? Let's take action.
can you get a my energy drink out of that?
Yeah,
The pink,
Action,
no, the
we're
pink
back
Red Bull.
there.
Got you.
Oh, wait, hold
Thank
on.
you.
What are you doing over here? I thought you were over there.
That's all the fun is. Julian, you want to try this?
What is it?
We're trying to pick up a 25-pound kettlebell like a coffee mug. You think you can do it?
I think so.
Oh!
Jeez Louise.
Okay. All right, 1 second. 1 second, 1 second.
I'll say for him, he could be standing.
All right, let me see. Can you? Let me see.
Oh my God,
Hold on.
right
1
into
second,
that.
1 second.
That was the seltzer right
Now
there.
lower it. Disconnect it from behind and then re-plug it in.
Right here?
Yep.
You couldn't do it?
Yes, I could do it. I did it twice.
Plug it back in.
Yeah, plug it back in.
It didn't lose
So
picture.
now we're
Is it
talking
supposed to
about
lose
light
picture?
I don't
No,
know,
we're just gonna ask
but
you about
it looked
webcam
real
and just
good,
click
so
on
figured why not?
Webcam.
Yeah.
It just burped
Angles
so
on top.
loud.
I heard everything about that shit.
Well, and when I went to the store, the guy was talking about the Juneberry
You want to try the
one.
smelling salts?
All right, and we're back.
No.
No, it wasn't
Okay.
that shit.
Who do you want next, Julian, or do you want Sal to
I'm
go
gonna do
next?
smelling salts, so let Julian go first.
All right, Julian. So make sure it's on its side, like it would be for a mug.
Oh,
That?
Yeah, pick it up just like a mug.
Like you're gonna.
Don't drop it on my nuts!
He can't even pick it up normal.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, God.
Okay,
All right, here we
here
go.
we go, here we go.
oh, come on, dude. Don't open the
Close it up when I'm done. Close it up when I'm done.
Why?
That doesn't help. That doesn't help at all.
No, now I'm just fucked up!
Now I'm blind.
Now I'm just fucked up! That's so bad!
Yeah.
It's been
yeah.
sitting in there for weeks.
It just
All right.
like ferments. Hey, take it easy.
Damn! Bro, sitting down, you have no leverage sitting down.
I was barely able to move it this morning. Oh my god.
I'm all fucked up.
Oh my
Alright, that
god.
shit's hard.
Oh my
Do it
god.
standing up. Try to stand it up.
Dude,
I did it standing
I
up.
just wasted all my energy.
You should have done it first, stand up.
No, that's not the point of the...
He needs a new pair of pants while he's at it.
Oh, I'm thirsty. It's a little easier.
Yeah, but
It's not
That's two tries.
Yeah.
My arm is done.
All right, I
really
gotta get the legit cut.
It's $200 though. It's not worth $200
Yeah, it's
to
not worth
just do
$200.
this once. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like
So,
this was perfect.
so we gotta fix your bottom half because we can see your business on
Oh,
the
it's
bottom.
okay. It's alright.
Where's you wanna go?
That's hilarious. Thank you guys. Thank that was amazing. To everybody tuning in live, thank you guys for supporting. Please make sure to like and subscribe. We're about to start the actual beginning to our episode. The You Don't Say That podcast. If you guys,
I will have my IG first.
if this is your guys' first time watching us, we go over funny stories, current events, and we offer up parenting advice, relationship advice, stories. If you just want to bounce questions off of us, we're happy to give our opinions.
Mhm.
Um,
I'm gonna leave it out. I might hit it later.
Oh my god, you weirdo.
what's wrong with
Why
you?
would you?
What does the matter with you?
Hello.
Why does this?
What happens if you get that stuff on the Zin that you pop in your mouth?
I don't think it's supposed to go
Oh my
in your
God.
body, dude.
I think you're gonna convulse. Oh god, why does it smell?
It's sealed.
You
I don't know.
definitely
Here,
put
people,
some
you wanna put it back in the bag?
salt
I don't want to touch that shit.
Me neither, because I'm gonna pop the Zin right now. I don't want to
Put it in your
No,
mouth.
I'm not doing that shit.
I already have. I'm pretty sure I have it on my fingers.
This shit right here, look.
It doesn't kill me.
Good shit, dude.
Nobody wants to touch it.
I don't-
Yeah.
You want one?
I got one.
You got one in?
Yeah, dude.
Here, I'll
I'm
take
fucking
one.
around.
Just one. We're not gonna steal it.
Zen, sponsor us one day.
No, you guys are, no, I don't want that shit.
John!
Jeez. So aggressive.
What'd you call him, Chong?
John.
Show man.
John, man. Local John.
Logo choners.
Man,
Like chonies?
what'd you guys think about that streamer university?
That was crazy.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. The amount of money those guys
Okay.
spend, like
Who-
just,
Who was the main guy putting that on?
his name is Kai Cenat.
Fuck,
Kai, he's the
I
top
like
streamer?
Kai.
He's the
I
top
like
streamer in the world.
How-
Yeah.
I don't watch his shit, but I like Kai.
He's pretty young. He's not a lot of these streamers in general are just youngsters. You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
they're-
I asked because the video we just watched, he looks young.
Yeah.
But he talks about not just that stuff so knowledgeable, but business knowledgeable.
oh, that's not the main guy. He's just a teacher.
Oh.
He's just a streamer breaking out what he does.
That's not the streamer
He's-
guy.
No. That streamer guy, his name is Agent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Agent is his own successful streamer in his own right.
But he talked about business so well.
These guys are
They're business
super
people,
smart.
bro. Yeah.
Well, I imagine
Yeah.
I imagine they learned a lot of that because they got really successful and then they have exposure to high level management or business people. So
Exactly.
they're learning a lot. But they talked about a lot of stuff that I was not expecting to hear from them.
Yeah, these guys are pretty.
There's like a whole business behind it, and I don't. People see creators and they think, oh, it's just so easy. All you do is make videos, whatever. But people don't realize how much goes into creating,
Yeah,
or into being an influence, into being a streamer, into like there's a lot of work that goes into it. It's not just let's set up for the day. No, like this is like constant,
Around the
always
clock.
looking for something to do and like having to stay interesting. Like, yeah.
the fact that he was able to even pull this off just blows my mind.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
super dope.
Yeah.
Super
Yeah.
dope.
So cool.
No, I mean I mean there's got to be university classes that are teaching about social media and stuff
Probably-
like. There's got to be.
Probably
So,
nowadays,
but to have the actual creators like doing this to like,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that that's pretty dope.
It's so easy for people to dismiss the hard work they put in because it's not your prototypical
Mhm.
Right.
way that we've seen people get really wealthy.
right.
You know, you see,
Mhm.
okay, doctors, or you see hedge fund guys, and okay, they make a lot of money because we've become accustomed to it for so long. So this is something new that a lot of people don't know about. I hear so many people dismiss them and say, oh, well, you could just be an influencer and not really do a lot and make a bunch of money. And then you figure out how much they actually do on the back end, and it's a lot of time and
Yeah.
a lot of hard work and effort. And then you're like, that's why their channel's successful.
Yeah, they're not just the guy who turns it on. They have so
Mhm.
much like psychology on lockdown. Like they know what's trendy. They know how to like capitalize on what's going on the internet
Yeah.
and bring those eyes to them. Like there's so many like I don't know. To me, that's why it's super intriguing and exciting to like try to just get a crumb, just to get a crumb of like what this stuff is like
I
going
think
on
the
out
key
there.
to it is relatability.
Yeah.
People
Definitely.
like watching them because they can relate to them at some point.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel like with us, we're just relatable.
Yeah.
As long as we stay authentic to ourselves, we're relatable.
Yeah, the
That's
personality,
important.
the brand, they're, like having, you can't just be like, you gotta like actually have,
Yeah.
a personality.
I agree. So to those tuning in for the first time, let us know what you guys think of our show. We're still in our infancy, so we're definitely down to take, some pointers, some things that you like, some things you didn't like,
Put the shit over there.
and hopefully some things to see later. So let us know what you think. So with that said, let me get into the intro.
Cue the music.
Cue the music. I'll add that in post. By the way, this is gonna turn into a polished episode. We do episodes for our podcast. We just started implementing lives, and for anybody who may be interested in like starting their own podcast or kind of seeing what goes into doing one or putting one on, this is what I thought would have been a good idea for people to kind of peek in and just kind of see behind the curtains on what it takes for. Mind you, we're so small. I mean, if you get anything out of us, then I'd be so happy. But you at least get a little bit of reference from what a
Use
small,
the real time without it getting cut
yeah,
later.
yeah. So please bear with us if there's a mistake. Like mind you, we do usually polish up our episodes and post them up later on YouTube. We'll cut reels and all that fun stuff out of it. So thank you guys for tuning in today and giving us your time on a Saturday night. So welcome to another episode of the You Don't Say That podcast. I'm your host, Mikhail. On today's show, I'm happy to be accompanied by my four originals, my four amigos.
3 amigos.
Oh
There's
yeah,
3 of us.
sorry.
Two amigos and a wife.
Yeah, 2 amigos and a wife. She's still my amigo too.
There you
The best
I'm
amigo.
a non-binary amigo. Just please refer to me that
go.
way.
You're a fucking Zen. You're a Zen.
I'm a Zen.
You're a Zen.
That's the Zen
You're
time.
a Zen.
You're a Zen him.
Yes,
That's
yes.
I'm a Zen him.
Yes.
Your pronoun is Zen.
Zen, Zen.
So I got Sal across the table from me. Everybody say hi to Sal.
Zen.
I have Adrian, the owner of Akaru Candle Company. If you guys
Something like
are
that.
looking for cool candles, I have a couple on display here. DMX and Chula Vista, the city of Chula Vista. We have.
That was aggressive.
I have our city logo here too. Big supporters of San Diego and the South Bay. If any of you guys are watching from there, salute to you guys. Thank
That's
you
so true.
guys.
This is the candle, right?
It
We're
is.
not doing this. We're not doing this again.
Thank
I
you
got it
guys.
right.
All right. That's what
I got it right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Before I get started, again, shout out to you guys, the
Wait, you
followers.
didn't introduce me.
Oh, sorry, and my wife Lindsay.
What the hell?
The one I skipped. I thought I got to you first with my wife or whatever. So
My wife or whatever.
We're gonna cut that out. We're gonna cut that out.
My wife or whatever.
Here's a good take. And my lovely wife, joined by my lovely wife Lindsay. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you guys for joining me today. Leave that in there. Before I get started, shout out to all the followers, our followers on Instagram, our followers on Twitch, subscribers on YouTube, and everybody in the chat tonight. For those of you watching on YouTube, please help us by hitting that like button and subscribing. Comment in the chat, comment on our videos,
W's in the chat.
turn on the channel notifications. It all helps us and tells YouTube that what we're doing is good. For those of you listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and other streaming platforms of your choice, please be sure to follow, download, and leave us a review. Again, those things just lets the algorithm know that what we're doing is good, and more people can be exposed to it.
I just gotta make note that Booty Shaker 9000 in the YouTube chat asked, "Is that the goat LeBron?" And hell no, that's the goat Kobe.
That's to go Kobe.
That's
It is
Kobe.
Yeah.
That's Kobe.
Who said that?
I like
Booty,
it.
Booty
Username,
Cheeks
though.
1911? What?
No, Booty Shaker 9000.
I like it.
Booty Shaker 9000.
I
We
like
appreciate you watching, but don't disrespect. Don't disrespect Kobe like that.
That's Kobe. Old school Kobe.
That's a Kobe Barbie.
Number
It really
8
is.
Kobe.
Everybody-
Number 8
every-
Kobe.
I don't know if
Rest in peace.
you guys saw the release at Target of the LeBron Barbie
Mhm.
and how that sold out quick.
It's the original right there.
The original Barbie, NBA Barbie. No, there was an MJ and Penny Hardaway Barbie, but
Yeah.
this is you can see it's Froby, so you can kind of reference how old that is.
Yeah,
That shit's
with the
dope.
goatee.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, big Laker
When he
fans
was
over
number
here.
8.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when he was 8.
You see those videos on Instagram of Dwayne Wade and Carmelo talking about Kobe and how they thought they had this superstar status, and then they went to China with Kobe
Yeah.
and got shit on.
Yeah.
Because nobody, like, they were holding the camera for Kobe. Everybody was like, Kobe, Kobe, or,
Right.
Kobe, Kobe. I don't know how to say it, but you know,
Right.
I was
Why you gotta?
no, but you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You seen those, right?
Wait, what?
No, you seen those, right?
Yes. Yeah, I have. Yeah. Go. Yeah. R.I.P. Kobe. Love
Why
Kobe.
you don't have
Yeah.
the water?
Yours
bottle,
is-
it's okay.
And Gigi.
And Gigi.
That's fire, right? And that's the sugar-free one.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Right?
That's why they're so
But it's
goddamn
like,
expensive.
but like good. That's not like bad to you.
They were 2 for $5.
That's like monster level right there.
Right. That's why I got 4 of them.
Yeah, Kobe, second greatest player of all time.
All right, we're not getting into this right now.
Yeah,
Oh my
come on.
gosh.
It's second greatest player of all time.
If you,
Jordan.
if you have any questions that you would like for us to answer during the show, feel free to drop them. We're gonna answer as many as we can as they come in. We want to try to make this as interactive as we can. I know for me personally, I'm a huge watcher of podcasts.
Oh, hold on. Booty Shakers in the chat freaking target.
Yeah, what you say?
I don't know if it's a he or she, so
Sure,
I'll use
sure.
the they, them pronouns.
Okay, that's why we got you here.
They said if Kobe can be in the GOAT combo,
That's
you
it.
don't got nothing on my glorious king. And I'm
Okay.
assuming the king is LeBron.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, okay. You guys are just baiting me to get into this. Okay,
Yeah.
Is
do know.
LeBron the greatest Laker of all time?
No.
You're
Laker?
Some people would say that.
Greatest Laker?
Some people would argue that.
No.
Some people, you.
He's
I
won.
wouldn't.
He's
Fuck
won
no.
one ring. Let's not get into
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
Let's
yeah.
not-
No, you're
And that ring
you're
doesn't even count,
slowly
right?
you're slowly
Yeah, you're
dragging
going
me
to
in.
go to
You're
me.
slowly dragging me
That
in.
ring doesn't even count.
My God, you know, there's time and place. I don't think this is the right,
I'm hooked
the right
up
place
off
for
of
us to do this.
Smelling salts is in.
Yeah, but we
No.
can definitely have that conversation at a later
What do you
time.
think,
I'd be happy.
TikTok? Is Kobe the GOAT? Or is
Second.
LeBron the GOAT?
No. I
Oh.
want specifically the greatest Laker. Is LeBron a better
Oh,
Laker
who's
than
the
Kobe?
greatest?
You're
No,
crazy.
fuck no. I don't think
You're
that.
crazy.
Some people.
Some people, I've heard the argument.
Well, I want to know.
I don't.
I mean,
I
is
need to
it-
know who these people
Is
are.
it the argument that Magic is the greatest Laker
That's an argument. It's an
of all
argument.
time?
It's an argument.
Right?
It's
I don't
more-
think anybody touches Kobe.
It's
People would
more
say,
of an
yeah.
argument than LeBron.
Some people would-
I mean, I
Jerry
think-
West above LeBron.
I think because Kobe passed away tragically, I think that put him into like the legend status.
He was a legend
He
before.
was-
Pat.
Yeah,
Way
no, he
before
was a
that.
legend
It-
before that,
it
but
does
this
heighten
put
it.
him like
It does heighten
even.
it. It does heighten it.
Yeah.
I'll,
Yeah.
I'll give that for sure.
So.
Oh, like it adds to his like thing. overall, because he
Anytime
died.
somebody
That-
great
that what you
dies
mean?
young, it adds to their fame.
I can see that.
Or celebrity.
Like Tupac and Biggie,
Yeah.
because you wonder like what could have been.
How much was left on the table?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, they Booty Shaker agreed. Greatest Laker is Magic, but the GOAT of basketball is Le King.
Michael Jordan.
The King got the stats. I'll give you that. Okay. I'm done.
Jordan got the ring. Jordan never went to Game 7 in the finals.
On today's episode, I have a few segments. Yeah. I have a few segments for you guys today. I hope you guys have fun with them. A couple things that have been going around social media right now that I want your guys' feedback on. And those of you in the chat, if you guys have a funny or a pretty interesting angle on this, I'll be happy to hear that too.
Yeah, let us know.
So let me ask you guys before I get started. What's the weirdest thing you guys have done around the toilet?
The weirdest thing I've ever done around the toilet?
Sure.
Shit, I think my kid's watching this again.
Right?
Broke your
Yeah,
ass?
live.
I've,
I mean,
Or what about in the bathroom stall? Anything weird?
in the bathrooms? Weird? Like what's weird? Though? Like
I got.
What's weird to you?
Weird's like
What's weird to you? Maybe we'll be the judge.
I sprayed my mouth. I sprayed myself in the mouth with the bidet water.
Why'd you do that?
Not on purpose. I was,
Go on,
Looking
live
at the bidet?
What's the story?
I was out drinking.
You did not. You're just saying
Why-
that.
No,
why-
I promise you.
You're
Wait,
just
wait,
saying
why
that.
are you drinking when you have a
I have
bidet?
You were
stories.
just
I have,
saying
I
that
have
right
somebody
now.
that
There's
can
no way.
verify the story. I was out drinking with a female friend, and after the night was over, we went back to her place.
She has a bidet?
I didn't know. No, she has one of those toilets that you can buy online, and you put it in, and it's a bidet. You know what I'm talking about? The toilet seats.
So she has a
So
bidet.
she has a bit.
Okay, yeah, yes. I don't know how bidets work, but I'm not French. Oui. I'm not
thought it
French.
was a water fountain? What the fuck?
No, let me finish my story.
You thought it was a water faucet?
So I pissed, and I was trying to flush the toilet. I couldn't find the flusher anywhere. The flusher was on top of the toilet, like your guys' toilet in your bathroom. It was on top. But the problem is, the top of her toilet, like right above it, is a shelf. So you can't see it. You have to reach your hand in. I couldn't see it. So I'm trying to figure out how to flush her toilet, and my pee was like dark yellow because I've been drinking all night. So I'm like, I can't leave it in here.
God.
That's disrespectful.
Details we don't need.
So I'm trying to figure out how to flush it, and then I've never used a bidet in my life. I pressed the button, and the toilet seat's up, and the water squirts right into my mouth. And I started screaming. And I'm like, oh my God, toilet water in my mouth, I'm gonna catch something.
Ah!
She hears it. She comes over and shows me it's a bidet and how to use it, and then tells me where the thing's at. And I'm like, you could have told me that before.
Right.
You know, like way before. This was years ago.
Why?
But I didn't have like a toothbrush or anything there, so I had to use her toothbrush. Like I was like,
What did it taste like?
He was gagging. He was gagging on her toothbrush.
you seen Ace Ventura when Nature Calls?
Yeah.
And he finds out that Einhorn is a man,
Oh,
and he's brushing his teeth for hours.
Yeah.
That was me. That was me.
He's got every piece of gum from the
Yeah, every gun. He's like pulling his tongue down and he's scraping it. That was me.
Fetal
That was
position in
bad.
the shower. Just...
Yeah,
How do you scrape your tongue again?
I was like scraping hard, dude.
Yeah.
Someone clip that. No, that's fine.
Oh god.
So that's my crazy story with the toilet.
Okay. All right. That's a good one.
Not made up.
I can't even. Yeah, I can't believe that. I can't believe that was real. That's a real thing you just did. Okay.
Drunk nights.
Right. Okay. Well, the reason I ask, have you guys heard about what happened in New Orleans?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah. Okay.
Somebody drank bidet
I was like,
water.
somebody
No.
sprayed
New Orleans?
out with bidet water.
People are selling bidet water in New Orleans. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh god.
Okay. Well.
It's a hurricane.
What's worse, bidet water or Flint water? What would you rather drink?
Oh, I would rather drink bidet water.
Yeah. Bidet water is supposed to be clean, right? It's just
It's supposed to clean.
toilet water is technically supposed to be about as clean as tap water, right? It's
Yeah.
tap.
Yeah.
It's tap
Better
water.
than Flint water.
Yeah. No. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in New Orleans, 5 inmates have no. Is it 5? Sorry, 6. Six inmates have escaped the New Orleans jail. It's a parish prison in New Orleans. They escaped on the 16th of this month. The inmates they exploited a faulty cell door and exited through a hole behind the toilet.
Right. So part of this is that there was maintenance going on, and the toilet, the water to the toilet was shut off. So it allowed them to remove the toilet from the wall, and it didn't flood
Right.
the area, which would have alerted people sooner. So that's how they were able to. Pretty
Exactly.
crazy. So they moved, because you know in prison, the toilet, the sink, it's all one part. And
I don't know. I've never been in prison.
well, you've seen prison shows, I'm sure.
You're brown.
Oh,
I just
right.
assume.
Yeah,
Right.
just because we're brown.
No, I mean I watch all the prison shows, 60 Days In. That's a great show.
That is a really good
But so it's like on a metal wall basically, and they were just able to move the metal wall over.
So they just went through a hole to escape, or they had to like crawl through sewer line.
No,
Yeah.
it's
It's
just
literally
went through the
just-
hole.
They just crawled
Yeah.
through a hole.
Oh, so it wasn't like Shawshank Redemption?
No,
okay.
where you had to like go through the shit.
Crawl through
no.
100 yards of shit to freedom?
Less
Right, no, and then on top of it, to make matters worse, they wrote above
Yeah, they
the
were talking
hole,
shit.
"Too easy,
Yeah.
LOL."
Too easy.
Yeah, that shit was
Wow.
funny.
Yeah, LOL. They literally
Yeah.
wrote
Yeah.
LOL.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's pretty ballsy.
That's
You,
no
hey,
shame.
you
Yeah.
deserve that.
Well,
You know?
and so
Yeah.
so 6 of them escaped.
Well,
One
hold
has
on.
been
Stand corrected. It's 5. Just,
Oh, 5.
Oh,
it's-
okay.
It's officially 5. Just
I thought it was
so
5.
you got the details
So
correct.
5 escaped. One has been caught.
One, let me see, still at large. Okay, I see 5. Sorry. No, it is 6. 5 of them are still at large.
Yeah.
One has been caught.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
6.
do you know how he got caught?
Please don't let me get something
He
stupid.
posted something on social media.
No. Well, they did actually go back, and some of them actually went to like their homie's house, and they went on like an IG live or whatever.
Oh, God.
and They started doing that whole thing like
Yeah.
fucking idiots. But The one who got caught actually fell asleep on a bus bench.
He
And
probably had nowhere to go.
no, so I was gonna ask you guys if you guys escaped,
Yeah,
what's the first thing you guys are doing?
Mexico.
Out of the country.
I guess that's easy, right? Living in
Yeah.
San Diego
Yeah.
makes it easy.
Yeah.
Hop on the trolley real quick.
What
go
about
straight
if
down
you're
to
what
Mexico.
about if you're in New Orleans then? What are you doing? What's your plan of action? Like who are you calling? Be careful because if you ever get
I'm
locked
calling
up, they
Lil
might
Wayne.
actually go back and watch this and like
If I'm
figure
in
out
New
what-
Orleans and I just got out of jail, I'm calling Lil Wayne.
I'm going to the swamp.
what-
Nobody's
I-
going to the swamp.
You're just running around.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you
hoping
could get
can
eaten by a
escape.
gator.
Well, they're not going to go there because of the gators.
No. You and fucking walking through the swamps, you're getting bit by a gator.
Maybe.
Yeah, your ass is getting.
Maybe
kicked.
I'll
You think you can
do.
fight a gator?
Maybe I'll do the death roll on the gator.
You think you can fight a gator?
Yeah.
I mean, first
Dude,
thing
would lose.
I do, I guess, just got out of prison, and how long had I been in prison before?
Mhm.
Probably go find a female to
Mm.
talk
You ain't
to.
got no money though. Like you get out, you just broke out of jail. You're in your clothes, your jail uniform.
Find a B-girl.
You have to go. First, you got to go rob
But
somebody.
you don't already have
You
a
don't-
down. I'm sure that. I mean, I feel like. Well, if they're smart, they would have already had an old lady waiting for them.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, to find it out.
Yeah.
I'm robbing something.
They couldn't have done
Yeah,
this on
so-
their own, right? There had to have been someone on the outside helping them out, probably
Mhm.
like a facilities guy or whatever that's like
Yeah.
doing something on the back end to make sure
Okay.
water's off or whatever. It took them apparently 7 hours before anybody even noticed these guys were freaking gone. So,
Mhm.
I mean, it kind of shows a lot of like what kind of like prison or jail they're running over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they can't
Right,
even
but
keep tabs.
7 hours, like, what can you do? I mean, first things first,
Yeah,
call my
same.
mom. Mom, I need money right now. And you know my mom would roll up.
Yeah.
She'd be like, here. She'd be, and then I'd get on the bus.
You think your guys' moms would actually like help you guys escape?
My mom wanted
I wouldn't
to.
tell her that I escaped. I'll tell her I
She knows you're locked up.
You're in
Yeah, I'll tell her my
jail.
sentence finished early.
I'm done. I'm just
Yeah,
done.
I'm
Don't
done.
worry about it, mom. I'm done.
I'm not gonna tell her
We know,
you
we
are
know, we know
housing an
Lanice,
incarcerated
we know
prisoner.
Lanice would have your back.
Lanice would be down.
I was saying,
Yeah.
you know, it's crazy. They just found like something wrong with my case, and I got out early.
But they lost my clothes.
I need a
That's
plane-
why-
I
that's
need
why
a
I'm
plane
still in my
ticket to Europe.
uniform.
Yeah, I need a plane ticket to Europe.
Right. How many of you guys actually would know how to take off a toilet?
I'm trying
In
to figure
general.
it out.
Kick it, right? Just kick the shit out of it.
I don't think so.
Oh.
Especially if it's like anchored in pretty good to the concrete.
I don't know. In prison, you got to be pretty resourceful.
Yeah.
Like,
They probably
already.
made their own
just-
tools to like take that shit out.
What? They made their own tools?
They make their own knives. They can make their own screwdrivers.
Wow,
It's
Don't
like
go
a
over
wrench
here.
out of toothbrush.
Yeah, like they
Yeah.
made a hammer or something?
Right, kind of toothbrushes.
What else? How else do you make that?
Yeah.
Because I don't know how many people actually know to even like replace a toilet. Because if you did, like a lot of people probably wouldn't be even calling plumbers if they know how to do like.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. No, I mean, a lot of people don't know how to do, and they had to have had somebody like helping
Exactly.
or at least letting them know, like, hey, this water's gonna be off, or, I mean, unless it was just fucking a whole bunch of happy coincidences that, you know, like,
no, there's no way.
yeah,
It
there's
has to
no
be
way,
inside of-
right? Like,
I'm trying to
but
figure out how 6 got out. There's 6 people in a cell?
dude, the prisons are overcrowded. Come on
6
now.
people in a cell?
I'm
I'm sure
sure-
cells like
I'm sure
4 by
sometimes.
5 or something?
I'm sure sometimes, yeah. Because I mean, if you watch like, I mean, shit, you know, like the what's it?
Again, 60 days
60
in.
days in, like some of these prisons have like open doors, and some people are sleeping in like the lobby areas. They got bunks out like everywhere outside of the
Different,
cells.
different tiers of prisons.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. So I mean, I'm not too surprised.
Were these guys in
Okay.
a maximum?
Booty shaker's still in the chat over here.
Were these guys like in a maximum facility prison?
They,
No.
I doubt it.
They-
Yeah.
Booty Shaker says that they're going to Afghanistan. That's the first thing that they're doing.
They're
when
gonna
they
go.
get out of jail.
Ain't nobody looking for them over there.
Yeah.
That's a choice. That is definitely a choice.
They also say that's low-key a big brain tactic.
Yeah.
I mean, but
nobody
it's-
would think of that.
No, but it's so smart. But again, like somebody had to have known, like that the water was going to be turned off. That like they.
I think the first thing you'd want, I would try to do is get out of the state because they're gonna, as soon as they find out that there's 6 prisoners gone, they're gonna set up checkpoints, right? And they're gonna probably, I would imagine early on, limit those checkpoints to the state because how far can you travel in 7
Mhm.
hours? So I would try, first thing I would do is change my clothes and change my appearance. So if I have like facial hair, I'd shave it all off. If I had hair, I'd go bald. I'd change my appearance, and then I'd try to get out of the state, and then that would buy me a little more time to try to get out of the country.
But if you get out of jail, you don't have any money. Like how do you shave? Where are you gonna go shave?
You're in
Like-
prison for a reason. Go to a store and steal a razor.
So that's what I'm saying. So you're gonna go rob something, right? You have to.
Yes.
Okay, that's yeah. If you're gonna do that, yeah. Rob, stick us.
Right. I mean, you easily could go to Walmart, grab an electric razor,
Yeah. Or buy
and
some
go into
hair
the
dye, dye your
yeah.
haircut. I don't know. You
Right.
gotta change your appearance.
You can steal it from Rite Aid or Walgreens. It's pretty easy.
Mhm.
I guess these guys were under federal monitoring for over a decade.
Monitoring who? Where?
I don't know. I guess they were on some sort of like actual lockdown, like an actual like, I don't want to say maximum security or whatever, but these guys have
That
been,
can't be maximum security.
they no, whatever their definition of maximum is. Let me see. And the recent it has intensified scrutiny of the facility's conditions and management.
Yeah.
Obviously, I mean,
But
not
that's
too
like
hard
an
there.
argument for most jail or prisons is the problem with overcrowding
Yeah.
and not having enough people to work in the jail or to manage the people, and there's of course not enough resources for the prisoners.
This is a stupid facilities team. This is what it is.
Which brings us
That's
to
stupid
a
facilities.
larger point.
Well, so it apparently was a jail worker.
Yeah.
So, I mean, who knows? And that's the other, like, you can hire people, but how do you really know? Like, but.
So the federal government's in a lot of debt, right?
mhm.
A way to get some of that debt back is to put all the people that have been sentenced to life on an island, stream it, and whatever happens, happens.
Mr. Beast episode?
Yeah, Mr. Beast. Whoever, have you seen the movie Condemned, right?
Mhm.
Put them all on an island, just the ones that are in for life, not people that are starting
And let
to
them
do
hash it
live.
out themselves.
You know what
Yeah,
you should do?
but you live stream it. You make billions,
No.
and then you start paying back some of that $1 trillion debt we're in.
What you got to get them to do, you got to get 100 of them, and you get an actual gorilla, and you bring these viral ideas.
If
to
they're
life.
if they're lifers, I would want 100 gorillas on 100 men.
That's insane.
Let them want. The gorillas are gonna start fighting each other.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Can someone double check our stream conditions on Twitch? Make
Yeah.
sure we're still looking good over there
I
while
have it open here.
we keep going. Let me see, 1 second.
They're all gonna get caught eventually.
I'll go back. Damn, I wonder how many people like escape on average. Like, I know they really can't like tell us, 'cause I'm sure people would freak the fuck out. Like, if they knew how many people like
Oh,
escape
probably happens all the
on a
time.
regular basis. But
I think Lindsay's right. I think like half of those dudes went straight to some punani.
Oh,
I mean, you know that if you're in jail, you probably already, like, people in trap houses, or, like, you're not just, people.
Yeah.
You might even
I
have
get what you're
you
saying.
might
Yeah.
have
They
it on the
have
outside
homies.
waiting for you.
Oh, there's already a big fat.
Yeah.
Sorry, fuck. There's already a woman waiting.
Were you gonna
for me.
say?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say something. Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
something else.
Oh,
Be better.
Be better.
There's already a
you
woman.
gonna say
waiting
there's a
for me.
big bitch out there waiting for you? Go get in those rolls, baby.
Well, right, but, I
The
mean,
girl out there with Cookie Monster sweats.
Yeah.
Cookie Monster pajamas.
dude, it's so funny, because
No,
on
no, no, no.
on Instagram, I've run across, like, going through just, like, the reels or whatever, they have, like, inmates trying to connect with people.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
that's
the
like
thing.
a legit
How many-
thing. Like,
How about the stories you hear about inmates that knock up female guards?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
That happens all the time.
All
They
the
fall in
time.
love with the prisoners. That happens
Yeah.
all the time. Or, yeah.
When I worked at the casino, there was a couple that would come in, and they were prison guards. They were sheriffs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And they would tell me stories all the time. Like, she was like, one time this inmate accused her of, like, having sex with him. And he was like, she has a mole, a freckle on her inner thigh. And she, like, had moles and freckles all over her body. So she's like, that's,
Anybody.
anybody could. But yeah, like, just the stories that they tell of, like, the people, because I mean, especially, like, people are in prison, they got nothing to lose. Like, fuck it, like,
You gotta
let's
get a
fuck with
DNA
people's
test.
lives, right? Like, yeah.
Be like, did you find any of my semen on her? No. then I'm not guilty.
No, he was accusing her, like trying to get her in trouble.
She was an inmate.
No, she was the
Oh.
sheriff. Yeah.
Making stuff up.
Mhm.
As far as if there was drapes in the cell, no, we're good.
No drapes in the cell,
No drapes
right?
in the cell, we're good.
Oh, I have no problem.
What are you trying to say, dude?
Busting on the drapes.
That's
It's busting on drapes.
that's a great contraceptive, okay?
Yeah, it's busting on drapes. It's working.
Yeah. Well, bust on the drapes better than rubbing jizz on your nipples, like Diddy over here.
Diddy.
Yeah.
it's
I'm not that sick.
Okay, well, shoot.
Oh, Jonathan in the chat, in the YouTube chat.
Jonathan.
Your brother.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Love you guys. Mikhail, my dog.
my dog.
Jonathan has the biggest gay crush on you.
Bro, that's my dude.
Yeah.
I miss working with him. I'm sure he's
Killing it.
chasing down a lot of fucking homeless fools and fucking them up down. I don't want to say where, but you know.
He's
You're doing your thing, bro.
He's fucking
Can't
people
call
up.
I know you're doing your thing.
He's
huh?
fucking people up.
You can't call
He
them
loves it. He loves his job.
They're unhoused
Oh,
neighbors.
yeah, he was born for that shit for sure.
Yeah.
Good shit.
I told him, I was like, hey, how would you arrest me? And he fucking smacked him in the back of the head. Like, bro, what are you doing?
How did you ask
so
like
fucking
that?
aggressive.
That's how you asked?
Police brutality.
No.
He's like, hey, how would you arrest me? Did you see that? How'd you arrest me? Like,
It's the fucking Zen.
Would you-
These are some zesty ass Zen.
Yo,
That's
yo, the last pod, you said something, and McCall was like, that's the Zen talking.
Oh my god, you guys are
Oh
so
man.
Shout out Jonathan.
You guys have fake names if you guys were to break out from a jail or prison? You guys ever thought about that?
Gilbert.
Gilbert what?
I don't know. Johnson.
I'd say Stuart.
I mean, it could be Gilbert Estrada. That's anybody.
Yeah. I'd say Stuart McAllister.
I would pick something so
Stuart
generic like
McAllister.
Jose Gonzalez, like just
Right,
something
smart.
that's just
There's 3 million of those.
good luck going through the files
Yeah.
real quick.
McLovin. Just one name.
McLovin.
Well, what's the most common? What do you think is the most common name in New Orleans?
Muhammad is the most common name in the
In
world.
New Orleans.
That's part of the world.
No, I have
Read a
to.
fucking book, dude.
In
Muhammad's
New
most common
Orleans
name-
specifically.
The
Muhammad's
most common
most
name
common
in New
name.
Orleans is Lil Wayne.
That's yeah.
There
I'm
it is.
Lil Wayne baby, the
There it
third or something.
Yeah, Weezy.
Yeah.
Weezy that baby. The Ancestral phenomenon.
Oh my gosh.
All right, let me see. All right. Oh my god. All right, have you guys been else? What?
You didn't ask me what my name would be.
Oh, you have a name? What's your name?
It's gonna be some white shit.
I would always
Juju Watkins.
when I was like giving a fake name like
Kyler.
at a bar or something in my younger days, I always just gave the name Cassandra.
Cassandra. You just always
Cassandra.
like that name? or-
Yeah, for whatever reason, it just always came out. Oh, what's your name? Cassandra.
It just came out.
Yeah.
Wait, so this is when you were going to the bars under 21?
No, just when dudes were trying to talk to me and I want to fucking talk to them, so oh yeah, my name's Cassandra. Like,
Did you ever have a fake ID?
no, I didn't need one.
Oh, jeez.
White privilege.
Excuse
It's
me.
that white privilege.
No, I
We
mean,
didn't either. We just went to Mexico.
No,
Yeah, no
well, I had a liquor store that knew me, and
They would sell to under. Oh, that's so wrong. Shut them down. Shut them down.
You used to buy alcohol all the time when we were
Not from a liquor store that would sell me it. I would pay somebody to go in there that was
oh,
under 21.
see, yeah, no, this was a liquor store that my mom would go into every day, and they knew my mom, and they knew me because of my mom, and so they knew that I was underage, but
Terrible.
So dope.
Yeah.
I wish I knew one like that.
Right?
no, I mean R.I.P. shout out because they were actually murdered at their store. Like,
No way.
mhm.
These liquor
For
stores?
selling alcohol to a minor? or-
No, it wasn't for selling alcohol to a minor, but yeah, they were murdered. It was like a robbery, and the
that
shitty
sucks.
part is that they had already like shut kind of everything down for the night, and the robber didn't even get that much money, and he like killed them like execution style. Yeah.
I bet you his name was Jose Gonzalez.
Was he did you just escape out of prison?
I don't, as far as I know, I don't think it's been solved. hmm The crazy thing is that I was in there like 10 minutes before it happened. I was like so hammered, and I was like short like $5, and she's like, "I got you. Don't worry about it. I know. Like, you'll get me next time or whatever." And yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
Fucked up.
That could have killed you.
Literally,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
what I feel like happened is that, because we were like one of the last people of the night, like they were about to close. And I feel like what happened was that we were in there and they waited for us to leave.
Possibly, yeah.
Well, were the owners, what ethnicity were the owners?
Chaldean.
Okay, so they were like, there's a white in there, we gotta wait.
Yeah, you can't kill
Yeah,
it. You
yeah.
can't kill a white.
No, see, you know, you gotta wait.
No, but I mean, just if they're in there to rob them, like of course they want as few people as possible,
Yeah,
you know. But I mean, to kill people over like, from what I heard, they got like $100. So to kill people over $100, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So.
Unless they invested it, and it turned into like
Oh my God,
Into,
stop.
into
You're
Bitcoin.
ridiculous.
What year was it?
Um,
If they put that $100 into Bitcoin,
And they're
like
still on the
2017,
no, this was
yeah.
probably like 2007,
They probably
Yeah, that'd be
buy
smart.
Epstein's Island.
Yeah.
2006.
That'd be
something like
it's a
that.
great investment.
Before I segue into our next thing, that reminds me really quick of that time that we had someone. So obviously our podcast studio is in our house, and we had someone running from the cops near a park by our house who ran from the cops,
Oh yeah.
ran along
I
this
remember
hillside,
this.
and ran down the hill, and it just so happened to be into our backyard. Me and her are watching TV, hanging out, and all of a sudden I see a head flying past the back of my TV. Someone's in my backyard.
And I'm like, there's someone in our yard!
We had a 1-year-old taking a nap in the back, and I'm just over here freaking out like, oh shit. So we run, I run over there, and she runs off. What do you run off to?
She left. She just left the house.
She
No, because you were confronting him. I was on the phone. I was calling
the
911.
guy was pretty much like, please bro, just let me like stay
I'll
here.
give you money.
I'll give you money. And this was like during that week in San Diego and El Cajon where that guy gets shot for pulling out a lighter on the cops.
Oh
yeah.
He got
something.
got blasted for that. And I was just like, oh my God, this guy's about to pull something out crazy.
Yeah.
And luckily he was just fumbling money out of his pockets. And I was like, bro, get the fuck out, get the fuck out. You know, like there's a door right there, just leave. We don't want nothing, like we don't want nothing, you know, we don't want to be involved in any way, just leave. And Lindsay, I can hear her right outside the door, like she's on the phone with the cops, and she's like, they're driving up the street right now. and then his eyes kind of light up, and he's just like he gives up there, right? And he opens door and he walks right out, and then the cops just happen to pull right in front of our house.
Literally, yeah. I mean, I
Oh,
was
they
on.
really were driving up the street?
No,
Yeah.
well, so he's
you were trying
running
to scare
from
him
the
off.
cops up the street, and he
Oh.
comes around the back,
Probably can't put by the
and
school.
yeah,
right
goes
now.
down the hill through the cactus, everything. There was like stickers all in the carpet. Elias ended up getting one in his foot. Like,
Wait, he was inside your house?
yeah, he came.
He was
through
in this room.
He came through this back door here
I thought he
and,
was
and
running-
went out that door.
Oh my.
Yeah,
He ran down the hill towards this direction, and our door was open.
because remember the dogs, the
Mhm.
puppies were in
They're
here.
in and out, and
And your mom wasn't home at the time?
No.
nobody was home but us three. Elias was one at the time, and but this would have been the area like if I was at work, she was at work, and my mom was home.
Yeah.
They watched the
They'd have been
they're in here,
Mhm.
Yeah.
just hanging out. Just so happened that I was off that day. It was a
Right.
random day.
You didn't have time to get your gun either. huh?
No, nothing.
Yeah. So now we know. Now we've talked about it now. He's like, okay, I'm gonna go to the guy and you're gonna go get my gun.
Smart. I was
Yeah.
gonna say you have the plan. You have that
Yeah.
plan next time.
Well, that's what prompted me. So it prompted me to look into something a little bit bigger, and I was just kind of like,
Shot it.
what if someone runs in here and they also have a handgun?
Mm.
I don't want it to be a handgun versus handgun situation. If you're running into my house, it's home field advantage. Now you're running
And
into
you don't want to
something-
bring like it's like bringing a knife to a gunfight kind of thing. Like
I don't want it to be fair or equal.
Yeah.
So that prompted me to get something a little bit bigger. And if that ever
So you got
happens
the big
again, unofficially, off the record,
Allegedly.
certain people,
Nice,
yeah,
nice,
might
little,
listen.
nice
yeah.
little shotgun action. You
So
could have just brought out your hammer. You could have just
Got naked.
yeah.
Yeah.
Smack him over the head with
Knock
that.
some people over.
Yeah, you knocked people out. That was more.
well, speaking
Damn.
of the hammer, have you guys
Damn.
heard of a guy named Punisher?
Oh God.
There are new details from the Diddy
Oh,
from the
shit.
Diddy files.
Oh,
Yeah, I heard
no.
about this.
Have you heard about the Punisher?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys in the
I
chat,
haven't.
have you guys heard about the Punisher?
I can only imagine this dude. Okay.
Punisher, bro.
The Punisher,
Crazy.
man, the Punisher. So
Fucking Diddy, bro.
there are new details with I'm just gonna call them the Diddy files. In these Diddy files, there's new details being, dude, it's so crazy the amount of stuff that's coming out right now. It's so like
Yeah.
interesting to dive into like the depths of like what's been going on with this. So the Punisher was a gentleman, an escort who got hired by Diddy and Cassie, right? Speaking of the Punisher. and so he would get hired, he'd meet up with Cassie would be in a wig and greet this Punisher guy, and she'd pretty much break down what they're about to do for the night as an escort. What kind of things they're expecting from him, what's about to go on. In the corner, while she's doing this explanation,
Fucking Diddy.
was a person, because at the time, this person was described as a Muslim woman. Covered from head to toe. So like their face was covered, they were in this like
Burqa
yeah,
thing.
some sort of like
A hijab? Is that what that shit's called?
Mhm.
A hijab?
Yeah.
Yeah.
covered up, and his identity wouldn't be revealed, but he would be in the room and he wanted to watch. They wanted to watch. Turned out it was Diddy in disguise while he wanted to be in the corner and watch.
He has one of the most memorable voices ever. Like, imagine, like, you walk into a room, you're gonna hear Diddy talk, you know it's fucking
What if he
Diddy.
was trying to mask himself and sound like a Pakistani woman or something?
Bro, it's fucking Diddy. Like, you know his voice.
Diddy-
Billy's gonna be dancing in the
Yeah,
corner.
you know the Diddler
His
gonna be in there.
lips are all shiny and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
He's probably yanking one out with his baby oil.
Right. So Diddy, right? So Diddy would just sit there, and at times, while the Punisher is doing whatever he's doing, you guys can put the two and two together with Cassie. There'd be times that Diddy would reveal himself and actually like bring out bundles of cash and like make it rain. Whenever he was like super pleased with what was going on, like how he was performing, he would have stacks of cash and make it rain on him. Tell him like, hey, you know, good job doing this, or how about do this? Like he would even direct them to do like all kinds of crazy stuff in the middle of his little, I guess,
Performance.
Dude, this is a movie.
Yeah.
This is not real.
Yeah.
Like,
You gotta think about it, bro. That's Hollywood. What else can they do? They
This is
have
not
everything
real.
they want.
How-
So they
Right.
what these people
Once
do.
Jackson has
once
dope
you've
stuff,
had
man.
once you've had missionary sex 1,000 times.
As a celebrity.
Yeah, there's got to be like something, you know, like to have every single type of woman throw themselves at you and be able to like pick the cream of the crop of the most beautiful girls, and then it's not enough to just jack off anymore. Like you got to get weird with it, like at a certain
if you're
point.
mentally ill, yeah.
The charger that's on the phone.
So we're saying Diddy's mentally ill?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way.
Gotta be.
That just got messed up. There's no way, because I'm sure the counter to what she just said is there's probably plenty of celebrities that are in faithful relationships and don't need to do crazy shit like that to get their rocks off.
Yeah.
So you have to be mentally ill to do that stuff.
Yeah.
And I wonder how dosed up was Cassie on some of these things. She had to have been.
I'm sure she was on all kinds of stuff.
She had to have been.
But she liked it, right?
Yeah, no,
To an
the
extent,
point.
maybe.
So the whole point
She
of this
said-
trial is him saying, "Yeah, I did all this stuff, and it was consensual."
Yeah.
Whereas the Cassie side is saying it was not consensual.
All right,
She
hold on. Everyone
was-
on Twitch, I'm gonna get this reconnected. Nobody go anywhere. Hold
I don't know
on.
if you can see Adrian that way.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's off a little bit, but that's just that little screen.
1 second.
That's crazy. Diddy's sick, man.
Yeah. Did you? What about
Jonathan
the?
calling me beefy cakes. Fuck you, Jonathan.
What about the?
I just heard about that.
Beefy cakes?
Luke the other day at work.
Just shut your mouth when you talk to me.
No, for real. He's like, yeah, there was an aunt we have that calls them beefy cakes, and I'm all, call them beef cakes or beefy cakes?
Yeah.
He's all, no, beefy cakes. I'm all, next time I see him, I'm gonna say that. I
Aw.
forgot.
How's Luke?
Retarded.
Retarded. Aww.
No, he's great. He's fine.
I already got it. I
I
already got
love
this call.
Luke.
He's on great. He's killing it.
Did he
And we're
broke
back.
up with that girl, right?
I don't think he has a couple girls anymore.
No, he
he's
broke. He
over
had the one that he like broke up with.
Oh,
about how
yeah,
he was,
he's living his life right
how
now.
she was treating your dog or whatever.
Luke is living his life right now. He's on a good projection.
Is
right
he
now.
getting his wiener wet?
regularly.
And you know what he's not doing? He's definitely not playing with the Punisher.
Oh
So,
God,
He's not
right?
wearing a hijab in the corner.
Luke is
Right.
definitely not watching
Weird.
somebody paying somebody to.
And do you guys remember on our last episode we jokingly made the comment about Kid Cudi in the car?
Yeah.
Well, Kid Cudi finally
Yeah.
gave a testimony, right? And he actually came in.
Can we talk about that? Like,
Yeah.
Cassie gave him the fucking address. Cassie
Yeah.
gave Diddy the address to
Kid
go to go. Yeah, no. Cassie gave Diddy Kid Cudi's address,
Oh.
and that's how the car got blew up.
Is that?
Even though, yeah, that's what Kid Cudi said. He's like, I went to go pick her up because she was in danger. She called Cassie called Kid Cudi and was like, hey, I'm in danger. Like, whatever, come get me. Kid Cudi goes to get her. They go to a hotel, and then she gives Diddy the address to Cudi's place, and that's how his car gets blown up. Because Diddy threw a Mazel Tov, or what was it called?
Molotov.
Cocktail or something?
Yeah, Mazel, whatever.
Yeah, Mazel
Molotov.
What?
Molotov.
cocktail.
One of those.
Mazel Tov is what you say, like in celebration.
Mazel
if
Tov.
you're
There we go.
Jewish, like.
Oh, yeah. Threw a fucking Mazel Tov cocktail at the fucking car, and Kid Cudi's car blew up.
I can't believe that was a real thing.
Bro, that's like some shit out of a movie.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's why that Halloween where he dressed up as the Joker. Did you ever see that picture?
Yeah.
He
How about-
was really the Joker.
How about the one dude that came out and said that he was afraid to come out and speak about it because he was supposed to do this interview, and every time he was going to the interview, his car would get T-boned by another car. Did you hear about that?
No.
So like, he said that, I don't know who this is. Did you hear about that? Every time this dude was trying to give an interview to talk about all this stuff. This is
Yeah.
way back. And every time he tried to go to the interview 3 times consecutively, on the way to the interview, an all blacked out SUV rammed into his car, like head on.
It's probably Diddy.
And that's why he was terrified to speak out about
It's
what was
like
going
mob
on.
And
shit.
to be clear,
Yeah.
Kid Cudi was a side piece. Yeah. She was like cheating on Diddy with
No,
Kid Cudi.
she was not with Diddy at the time. They were separated.
Oh,
But
okay.
Diddy didn't never let that go. So Cudi and Cassie were dating. They were like a thing, but Diddy was like, nah, it's mine still. Like, no one else can touch her.
Wow.
Only the Punisher. can.
Only the Punisher. Unless he's paying for it, no one else can touch her.
What a story. Well, shit. Have
That's
you,
fucking crazy.
along with that, a lot of the mugshots now of the participants of the freak offs now have been
Yeah.
revealed. I wonder if like them, if
They're
they,
not mugshots. They're pictures.
sorry, pictures,
Yeah.
headshots. I meant to say
Headshots,
headshots of the participants of the freak offs have been revealed now during the trial. They've been releasing a lot of these guys' photos, and it's crazy to see in the comments people saying, "You want to give a quick shout out to Zen real quick?"
Jonathan's asking, do I see a Zen on the table?
What?
Jonathan, of course.
I like how that's the one thing he
That's
spots.
the one thing he
That's the
spots.
one thing he
Yeah.
spots.
Jonathan
Right
would
here.
fucking knows.
Show it.
Yeah, Johnny, these are the, what are they, 3?
Yeah, 3 milligrams.
Oh, man.
That's the one thing he spots.
Yeah.
You crackheads.
Fucking Zen addict.
For lightweights.
I did one already. I had it in for 20 minutes.
Yeah, me too.
I'm like,
You want an award?
You want to do it?
Do what? I'm doing another
Are you
one.
double decking or not?
No, I'm just doing one. You can do one if you want.
Alright,
I'm not gonna peer pressure you. You're a grown man. You can do it.
I already did it. Dude, late to the party.
Yeah, good for you. Wait, you put another one in?
No.
That's what I'm saying. This is my second one.
Oh. Yeah, that's stupid.
He's down.
Do you guys think if you guys got to the heights of Diddy, could see yourselves ever doing anything like super out of the ordinary sex-wise to what you think is the regular today? Like, I don't know, because now you got access to private jets and.
I'm fucking on the jet.
Yeah.
I could, yeah.
Right.
That's one of them.
Yeah. But like normal shit, like I'm not paying somebody to fuck my girlfriend. I can never do that.
Well, you can't. It's hard. You can't ask that question because we have no idea. We can't even put ourselves in the situation of having unlimited resources, unlimited money,
Right.
Nobody to tell you no.
nobody to tell you no, nobody to ever resist you. I think I'd probably get into some crazy stuff. I don't think I'd get into that.
Right.
Like paying people to diddle my girl. That's crazy.
That's
Not
that's
just
cuck
diddle
shit,
your
though.
girl, like to do some
Dress
crazy
up in a
things to
corner.
your girl.
That's some cuck shit.
Why-
bro. That's gross.
Come to be rubbed on my nipples. That's not mine. Like, get. Even
Whoa,
my
whoa,
own is
whoa,
weird.
whoa, whoa, hold
Even
on.
my own is
You
weird.
want your own cover?
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
That's
Hey, you don't say
wild,
that.
bro.
But maybe I don't know. Maybe you would start to get into a little bit of the dominatrix stuff. Like you'd want a girl to maybe
Step on your balls.
No, that sounds painful.
Yeah, but
It's like
do
dominate
that
a little
shit.
bit, you know?
Yeah, take a shit on you.
Do you guys?
No,
girls do
not
that.
that either.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Do you guys even like doing like the handcuff shit, like
I don't.
in bed or anything like that?
I'll
Has
handcuff
that-
them if they
It's
want to.
overrated.
Yeah?
It's overrated.
Have you
It's fine.
been like and you
I
didn't?
did the handcuff thing, whatever.
I
No.
feel like we're
No.
like
No.
so vanilla compared to
I'm
like
terrified
how
of handcuffs.
freaky
Yeah,
it
once you
could
get
be.
there, yeah. I mean, normal. Just getting it is the freakiest thing.
Yeah, I'm not. No handcuffs for me.
Yeah,
I would handcuff her if she wanted it, but not me.
Right.
Oh,
right.
well.
Unless they're like the furry ones that I can break off if I wanted, just because but not real ones.
Remember
You
when we
can't
had-
get out of real handcuffs.
Remember when you handcuffed baby cakes?
Yeah, that was messed up. Tristan's on.
Aw, you guys are so mean.
This shit was so
It
funny.
was his idea.
That's
Of
hilarious.
course it was.
Yeah.
It was me and Rich. It wasn't just me.
Right.
Yeah,
Of course.
We won't bring that up. It's a long time ago.
Why is all the most fucked up
It's
shit?
you already brought it up.
I mean, we
Right.
didn't go into detail. Then
Why
we
does-
just
Just
we
okay.
stole his Jordan.
Why do all the fucked up stories have to have Rick in it?
Because Rick and Mikhail is the most low key, underrated, like instigators.
Mm,
Yeah.
pot
It's not
stirrers.
low
Yeah.
key. Under
Because if you think of
he's not. There's nothing low key, but he does it obviously.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Very obvious.
There's nothing
Mikhail-
subtle
Mikhail
about his
is-
instigation tactics.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. See, there you go.
Yeah. I don't know. This is all news to
He's
me.
instigating right now.
Yeah.
He's making me mad.
Would you guys ever be down if you guys ever got an invite to a Diddy party, not knowing what you know today?
yeah.
If
Absolutely,
you, if
I
you got
go.
invited
Yeah.
back in the day to
Of
a Diddy
course.
party, would you guys?
Absolutely.
In
Yeah.
2007?
Yeah.
In 2007? Good, shake your tail feathers. I would have been shaking the shit out of my tail feathers.
Okay. All the people that back in the day, all the people that used to say, "Ain't no party like a Diddy party."
Exactly.
Mhm.
Back then, those were legendary, right?
Yeah.
Everybody.
Legendary parties.
The
No, but-
white
No,
parties.
but the people
and-
that
yeah.
said that, how many of them actually knew some of this? Because I feel a big part of those people knew what was going on
LeBron
to
did.
some extent.
LeBron knew.
Well, so there
And they were
was
still saying,
there was
"Take
the
that
Diddy
Ain't no party."
parties,
You're gonna take
and
that
then there
step.
was the freak offs,
Okay.
and those are different things. You went to the Diddy party, and then only some people went to the freak off.
That's why people would say at like around 1 a.m. you gotta leave. 'Cause
Mhm.
that's when the shit starts to happen.
Mhm.
That's when the freak offs happen.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it was Terrence J did an interview and he was like, yeah, after 1 a.m., when you go to those parties around 1 a.m., you gotta leave.
Yeah.
Because that's when it starts to be a different type of party.
There was a podcast episode on Andrew Schultz's, right? Flagrant. He
Yeah.
had Gary Owen, the
Yeah,
comedian,
white-
right?
yeah.
White dude
It's
comedian.
hilarious.
He goes. He doesn't go in too much detail, but there's like a lot of insinuation in the stories about how close he was to the wild.
Because you gotta
stuff.
sign an NDA.
In
I'm
Hollywood.
sure they signed NDAs.
He spoke about a house he was renting and how it was just like bigger than life, and like the amount of parties he would throw in there and the
Yeah,
stuff
he was
that
renting
would
it?
say. Yeah, he was renting it. No, someone was renting it that allowed him to live there. I guess it was a professional athlete
Right.
that wasn't.
Well,
living in
even
it.
so, we were reading the Airbnb details when we went to Palm Springs, and in there it's like
No freak offs.
yeah, like saying like you're not allowed to like film pornography here or like
the fact that you gotta say all that, you know
Yeah,
how common that is?
but I mean I imagine just you need a nice looking place to like bang a chick so you could put out a porno like
Did it say
Airbnb.
anything? Did it say anything in the rules about not being able to walk another human being
Oh my
on a leash
god.
but naked?
No.
No. Okay. 'Cause
No.
we know somebody that's gotten kicked out of Airbnb.
No,
for that.
but so in Palm Springs, there was the only other people that we saw the whole entire time was a couple, and we saw them in the pool. We go into the pool, and they immediately are like, "Oh, we're going into the hot tub," and then proceeded to just like intensely make out the whole time in the hot tub.
Were they having
Well,
sex?
Palm Springs, they're probably swingers.
I don't know. I wasn't trying to like look that deeply, but they definitely got out the jacuzzi and then went and had sex.
It was a man and a woman. Did the guy put his into the jets? The jacuzzi jets?
I wasn't watching that intensely, but
With the amount of like OnlyFans people, small creators and large, like can you imagine like how often people are just renting these Airbnbs
Mhm.
and trying to like
watch me get
Little-
stuffed in an Airbnb.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Don't say that. That was wild.
You know. Okay, what percentage of Airbnb rentals are having pornos filmed in them? If you just had to take a guess, 30%, 40%,
10.
10.
I would think
way
10.
higher than
You
that.
think so? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, probably higher than that.
I think it's way higher.
I mean,
Yeah.
for someone, this was like in their personal notes or something, like how they wanted to list the
Well,
property.
No, you know how like at the Airbnb they have like a folder of things of like what to do around the house or whatever, and so in there was just this like blurb of like no selling or distributing drugs, no packaging drugs, no doing drugs, like.
I wonder if people are going to start putting in their Airbnb rules no freak offs.
Well, I mean, I think that covers the no drugs,
No, you got to be specific.
Yeah.
That's not porn. That's something
No
else.
baby oil allowed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
yeah,
GHB. It's like you have to put that in the rules. No freak offs, and then in parentheses Diddy. I would if I was renting an Airbnb.
No free go.
I mean, not if I was renting an Airbnb. If I was
I mean, they might drop
renting
a
out
lot
my Airbnb,
drop a lot of money if they were gonna do any of that.
Pay extra for the free go.
or maybe you put a premium. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe you say like we allow freak offs in this Airbnb, but you do have to pay a premium.
Yeah.
I mean, it was clear that
There you
it was like, because the Airbnb was close to Coachella.
And that cleaning fee.
Oh,
So it was,
ridiculous.
There's
yeah.
semen everywhere. in
Well,
there.
you could tell that it was like a Coachella type of house or whatever. It was a 2-bedroom, whatever. And I'm sure that they like charge wild during that weekend when it's Coachella.
You guys
or
take the
whatever.
black light?
No,
So it's like, no.
I'm not
Oh, yeah.
trying.
You
to
hear all the
do
crazy
that.
stuff.
Try to
Like
see all over the
people
walls.
hide their own cameras
Oh,
on
you-
their Airbnbs
You
now.
guys remember that show Room Raiders back in the day on MTV?
Yeah.
Just when you said black light, it reminded me of that. When they used to
Oh, yeah,
take
yeah.
the black
Oh my
light. and,
gosh,
like,
dude!
Such a
MTV,
fake-ass show, but-
early 2000s MTV was so unhinged,
Yeah, yeah.
so
How about
unhinged.
Cribs?
the bus.
Cribs
The
or
Cribs.
the next,
The next on the bus.
oh
As
my
soon as they walk out
gosh,
the bus, next.
or Date My
That's
Mom.
the original Pop the
Yeah.
Balloon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
right.
original Pop the Balloon.
That's the original swipe
Oh.
left.
Yeah.
That's
That shit was wild.
That
Or do you guys remember the library one?
Yeah, I
Silent
remember.
Library.
Yeah,
Library?
yeah.
Jersey Shore did that.
Yeah.
We all said back in the day that we would never ever like make it through that show because of cakes.
Oh,
We would not
right.
make it. We
No, no
would
way.
eliminated first round.
We went to go watch. What was that scary movie? I can't remember. We went to go watch a scary movie. Me, you, and Cake. Paranormal Activity. It was me, you, and Cakes.
Oh God.
And
That-
then
He screamed.
he screamed in the fucking theater when something happened on the movie, and it was kind of a jump scare, but not really. And Baby Cakes just fucking screamed in the middle of the theater. Granted, we did drink 2 Four Locos before going to the movie
Yeah.
theater.
The OG
The
Four
OG
Locos.
Four Locos. We had 2 of them before going to the theater.
that's dangerous.
But I just remember like, why the fuck is he screaming?
Yeah.
It was funny.
If they raided your guys' rooms, is there anything in there that's harmless that you think might get like eyebrows raised if they were to like come across it or anything like that?
No, no,
Like
no.
a giant dildo or something?
I don't know.
You got a dry dildo, bro?
No.
Hmm.
Maybe. No, I don't. I don't.
Inflatable doll.
For
or
me, it would
something?
just be fire.
Most baby oil, I would say. If we had baby oil somewhere in the house, I'd be like, I swear to God.
Yeah. I swear to God, that's not mine. No, I don't have anything in my room crazy.
No,
Other than firearms, that's not crazy.
that's insane. Let's see. Have you guys been watching anything good?
Shows?
Any good shows, documentaries? Because I've been I just saw one that I thought was
You know what I watched recently? It was a tearjerker, man.
jerker.
Tearjerker? No, I wasn't jerking myself watching the show.
You
It was a
jerking?
Oh
tearjerker.
my gosh.
You were crying and jerking
You
off?
guys seen the movie Instant Family with Mark Wahlberg? It was made in
No.
2019.
Mhm.
Dude, it's a great film, but like it makes you tear up a little bit. Him and his wife adopt. They go to an adoption place. They want to adopt a kid, but they want to have a kid, but they don't want to have their own kid because they're both older. And they're like, by the time this kid's 5, we're in our mid-40s. So they wanted to adopt a kid, so they kind of skip some of the early stages. They wanted to adopt like a 5-year-old. So that way, when they're in their 40s, the kid's already 10. They can be active with the kid. Well, it turns into them wanting to adopt one kid to adopting 3 kids that are all siblings. And it's a disaster in the beginning, and then they figure it out because they co-parent. They're like working together, and then the kids end up trying to go back to their original mom, who's like a druggie and can't stay clean, but she's putting on this front because she's trying to get her kids back. And it turns out the oldest kid they adopted was the one pulling the strings for the mom because she wanted to go back. Long story short, I think it's based on a true story. It is based on a true story. But long story short, the mom goes through all the process of getting these kids back, and then the day she's supposed to pick them up, she doesn't show. And it just goes back to this is what she does, right? And then they're devastated, especially the oldest one. And the oldest sibling is the girl from The Last of Us, Dina. That's the oldest sibling.
She's playing the.
Yeah, she's the oldest daughter. And so it goes back to the very end, and then she's basically breaking down like, why doesn't she want me? Blah blah. They end up legally adopting them, and dude, at the end, like they fast forward to 4 months later, and all the kids are calling them mom and dad, and they're like a full on family, and they have this family that they always envision. And yeah, I got a little teary eyed, man.
Yeah, dude,
Nothing dropped, but it was close. If I was standing up, they would have dropped. I was laying down. So
right.
they stayed in there.
My eyes get sweaty with respect too.
Yeah, dude, it was.
I don't cry; they just get sweaty with respect.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, I got really sweaty with a lot of respect. It's a good movie though.
All right. Well, have you guys seen the new Liver King documentary?
No, I haven't seen
Do you guys know who the Liver King is?
Liver King's
All
a
natural.
fucking madman.
All natural.
What a way.
Yeah, that's not steroids.
That's 100% steroids and some other shit. It's gotta be.
It's a whole lot of other shit.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think at this point, a lot of people do know who Liver King is, but if they don't,
I just learned who Liver King is the other day.
what'd you think about him when you were watching the documentary? I knew who he was.
He's bull testicles.
Yeah, I mean that was pretty intense. Very intense, and I felt very bad for his children. Out biting into possibly still warm because they just killed a bull. Biting into the bull's balls. So I mean that it very ugh. And then watching the documentary about him, like I mean, of course I can understand how a personality like that does get noticed or whatnot, but
That was him naturally. Like he just
Yeah.
happened to meet someone who
yeah.
suggested he should start going on social media, like promoting.
So he was
Was
already
that
No.
eating bull balls? Just like
This was just him. All those ancestral living,
yeah.
things that he believes in. All that was how he was already living, and he met someone who suggested, "Hey, what you're talking about is like the gospel, man. Like you need to like get your voice and start spreading the word." And he started on Instagram, kind of. That's when he started to blow up, and people started to take notice of what he was doing. For people who don't know, he's a fitness influencer who talks about, he promotes ancestral living, and that's essentially him. Let me see, like I guess talking about how people used to be back in the day, eating hunter-gatherer style, right? Basically like raw meat,
Liver, heart.
Liver, heart, yeah, eating
Bull
all of the
testicle.
organs.
They say
yeah.
bull testicles is actually really good for you though. I mean, I don't want to eat it.
Would you try it?
I would try it for sure.
Yeah.
Warm or cold?
I don't think it matters.
Probably texture.
It might taste better.
Like your testes.
Seasoned or something.
Seasoned,
At least
yeah.
season it up for me.
Oh, a little sriracha? in
No,
there?
they say that there's a lot of health benefits to eating bull testicle.
Really?
Yeah, it's in pills. You can buy pills now
Oh
with
yeah.
bull testicle in them, and it naturally increases your testosterone by hundreds of points.
I mean,
I've never done it, but
honestly though, like I can understand using the whole animal. They're
Mhm.
like not wasting, like
Yeah.
there's a reason for everything.
I could pass on the bull balls. I could give me
Yeah.
a steak. I don't need the
I bet you
Yeah,
were alive
I mean
20 years ago, you
now,
wouldn't say
sure. But I mean, if it came down to it and I had to, sure. But I'd also want to cook it somehow. Hopefully, throw some
Ball stew.
seasoning, salt on it or something.
Ball
Like,
soup.
Ball soup.
yeah, abundant
Ball
soup,
stew,
right?
ball stew, man. Ball stew. We're sophisticated. Ball stool,
guys.
ball stew.
All right, let's see.
Well, that's like in the Philippines, they eat fucking
Balut.
balut.
Right.
I wouldn't eat that shit.
Well, I mean,
I would
you
try it.
hear of people that are
What
like
is balut?
It's a
a fermented egg.
chicken egg, right?
Yeah,
It's a small
that's.
human being.
But the chicken is developed and
Yeah.
Have
Like you
like
Yeah.
crunch the bones and shit.
yeah.
But like
But
soft shell crab.
like part embryo, part egg.
Yeah.
when people are in dire situations, let's say like lost at sea or whatever, the first thing that they want to eat is the eyeballs of the fish, because that's like your body knows that that's like the nutrients that you need or whatever. Like you're eating the liver, or that those parts of the body have more nutrients
Way
than
more
just
nutrient
eating
dense.
the meat.
Nah, if I
of
get
the
lost
body.
at sea, I'm dying. I'm not
You
looking
say that
for
now.
a fish to fucking eat the eyeballs.
But think
I'm
about it
dying.
back then.
It's a wrap. No.
The hunter gatherers back then, they wouldn't eat for days. So you're not gonna waste any of that animal.
Mhm.
You're eating
Well,
everything.
that's what I'm saying. Using every single part
Yeah.
of the animal, like I understand that now it's not necessarily a need because we have grocery stores where
Mhm.
everything's whatever, but where people are still buying those bull's balls.
Yeah.
Like people are still eating those.
There's people that work with.
Well, in the
local farmers.
Midwest, they fry them up and they serve them. They don't call them they call them something else. They don't call them
Toasted
bull's
locos.
balls.
Oh, it's an actual dish.
And they call them testy locos.
Testy locos. No, I forget what it's called. Maybe somebody in one of these chats can remind me what they call fried bulls.
That's
fried
some
balls.
white people shit.
Yeah, no, it totally is.
Yeah.
Like, but
But if you think about it though, like at least in Mexican culture, how many different tacos
True.
from the
Lengua,
cow do we
Right.
eat, right?
Eat the stomach line.
right,
Yeah.
the tripe,
All of them. They just season
everything.
that shit
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Don't put it in a
Right.
taco. It's fucking
Tacos de cabeza.
And that's what I'm
I
saying,
love
like,
cabeza.
now,
I
as a
bet you do.
society,
I
like
bet
how,
you do.
right, how
Yeah.
wasteful we are of just eating only certain parts of things.
They even eat the
Yeah.
rectum in some of these cultures. Like,
Yeah.
they'll eat the rectum.
Yeah, or have like preservatives or.
The ass?
Yeah, but eat ass. No, not
You
no.
just said ass. You gotta
No,
say
they're not
rectum.
gonna eat ass. They eat the rectum of the animal.
There's a difference between eating
Yeah.
ass and eating the
Yeah,
rest.
it's way different.
I guess when you say it like that.
But to Lindsay's point, that those like the spleen and the liver, all those, they are the most nutrient dense
They have nutrients.
food of
They
the
have-
animal.
yeah.
So that's why they say if you're gonna be live on an ancestral diet, even if you're eating a lot of meat and animal products, you should always incorporate some liver, some heart, some spleen or pancreas, because it gives you all these things that just the red meat alone won't give you.
Mm,
Right.
so weird.
There's no way I'm.
But he's
ever
also
eating
on
that
all the steroids in the world.
Yeah, he looked like a walking steroid. That guy was fucking.
Okay,
Well,
so
that was
super tan.
that was part of the documentary.
Yeah, that was part of the doc. There was the portion that introduces who Liver King is and kind of goes into like his lifestyle, but then there was also the part that they start highlighting all the times where people kept asking him if he was natty or natural or not,
Yeah.
and he took a stand for the longest time of telling people this is him, all natural. That's what you look like when you work out and you follow the
Ancestral
ancestral
living.
tenets or whatever that he
Yeah.
talks about or whatever, and it shows how much legal issues he ended up having
For lying.
for lying
Yeah,
and
He built his
people
brand on that.
believing that thing. So
I remember Rogan refused to have him on because of that. Like
Yeah.
Rogan was like, I'm not having this guy.
But he has The Rock on? That
Yeah.
dude takes every steroid in the world too.
But he doesn't say he doesn't.
True, he
Yeah.
doesn't.
he probably doesn't even like
Just like Bradley
Yeah.
Martin.
You
Bradley
can't-
Martin.
Right,
You
'cause
probably
that's-
can't even
Jack,
ask
but
that
him
he
about that.
becomes
admits that
dangerous.
there's steroids.
Yeah,
You
because-
can't ask The Rock because
Mhm.
he's probably in his NDA or whatever. You gotta talk to him.
Yeah, you're not 50 years old looking like that. That's wild.
Maybe. He's one.
Could you imagine how much his house must smell? Like, if he's into being totally natural, doesn't even look like he puts any shit in his beard, nothing. Like, he just,
No deodorant.
doesn't
No-
yeah,
Just
no
rub fucking testicle
shoes.
balls
he
on his
won't even
armpits.
wear a shirt.
Yeah. No, he's like in the interview in this huge like leather chair next to a fireplace,
Oh, I saw that.
no shirt. Just like
That's
come
kinda-
on, dude.
That's
Like,
not dope though. I would do that.
Can,
No shirt.
can someone Google the ancestral tenets really quick? Because I want to read off what they are for us. I want to see which one of these like we would actually like implement to our daily habits.
Hold on. Ancestral.
Because I want to say one of them was like sunning your testicles, like getting sun exposure to your testicles. I want to
Wouldn't
say.
he lay on his back and like lift his legs
I
up?
don't-
there are people that believe in sunning their buttholes.
Well, that's a
That's like a thing.
Yeah.
Like getting sun on your butthole.
Do they-
So like
do they-
going out and doing like
Yeah.
basically downward dog to the
Sun in your
sun.
asshole.
Yeah.
It's supposed to reduce the risk of colon cancer.
Are you serious?
I don't know. I just made that up, but it sounds like it. Yeah, vitamin D, baby. You need some vitamin D on your a-hole.
I see what you
That's
did
what I
there.
say. See that?
I see what
That was
you did
great.
there.
That's pretty catchy.
That's insane. Those, look, when, as soon as I heard that one, I'm like, all right, this guy's full of shit.
I think Zins make people gay.
What?
So you're turning gay?
Is that what you want to do, everyone?
We talk a lot of gay stuff when we're taking Zins. I just want to say it.
Newsflash.
Yeah.
No different than when you're not on the
No. I don't talk like this. It's the Zin talking.
I don't think so.
Let's see, the 9 ancestral tenets.
Yeah. What are they?
Let's see. Fuck. These fucking ads, it's making me reveal. I don't care about this ad.
Was asking your gender?
No. Oh, okay. These certain conditions are the 9 ancestral tenets, the best supplements that exist. Sleep, eat, move, shield, connect, cold, sun, struggle, and bond. That's it. One,
Those are pretty healthy.
sleep like a rock. 2, eat like our ancestors. Move like our ancestors.
Oh, move.
Shield from dangers. I mean, why would you want to do this shit in 2025? Connect to the earth?
Why would you want to be healthier?
No, I mean, I get being healthier, but you don't have to eat fucking testicle balls every day.
Yeah, and what, like,
To this
Oh, look,
extent,
is that
like,
is that the name of the bull dish? Crydillas? Criadillas? No?
crocodilo bombino.
I don't, that's not what I
Shit,
heard.
Julian, what's it called? Crocodilo.
Hold on, let me see if this is. Because now I need to know.
Crocodilo bombardino.
You're just talking in
What do
tongue
you,
No.
what do you need to know?
now. You didn't, so.
Oh, the bull, here, I'll look
in,
it up.
yeah, in the chat, someone wrote crydillas as the bull
Mhm.
I
testicle
think that's
dish.
right.
Just sounds right.
No, I think I've heard that before.
Really?
Yeah, it's a bombardino. Oh, the bombardino.
Okay,
Crocodilo.
so that's what it's called in Spanish, but there's a dish,
In the south?
in the fried oops.
I mean, admit it, if they were like in a taco, you had no idea, blind taste test. If they seasoned that shit right, nobody would know the difference. You know what I mean? Just like with some of the stuff they put like tripas and all that
Oh,
shit.
they're called Rocky Mountain oysters.
That's right. They are.
Hmm.
That's what that is.
Yeah. So Rocky Mountain oysters are, or they call it calf fries.
Calf fries?
Cat fries?
Calf.
I tried.
Like,
You should try cat fries.
There's
Calf
no-
fries.
I tried.
I mean, they doesn't like look that bad.
Show the chat.
That looks terrible.
Yeah, it looks like shit.
There's nobody in there. So, I mean,
Not too bad.
So what, that's testicles?
mhm.
Deep fried. I mean, if it's deep fried, I'll try it.
So you split the skin around the ball. You remove the skin.
Sounds painful.
You
You already need to adjust them all.
you boil the balls, and then you dredge them. Put it like the milk and the flour mixture, and then you fry it. So
Just fry anything. You can fry anything.
really, but again, it goes back to like using the whole animal.
If
like,
they had those at the Delmar Fair, I would try it.
Like at the
Where the
Right,
crazy with
right.
Charlie, yeah.
Charlie brought that up.
all right, so next time we see Rocky Mountain oysters,
Done. I'll try it.
okay.
Would you?
I would try
Sure.
it.
I'll
why
try
not?
it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
would try
deep fried. Yeah.
Mhm.
The
Yeah.
raw?
Like that.
No.
Oh no.
Not raw. I don't even like oysters.
Yeah. No, I mean, just because it's not
Normal.
Well, just because it's not normal in America doesn't mean that it's not normal elsewhere.
I don't think it's normal anywhere in the world. So, well, maybe.
No,
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of cultures that still do that, or but
There's like some undeveloped cultures, so yeah.
why they gotta be undeveloped?
If you're eating fucking bull balls for lunch, you're undeveloped. You're not doing that on purpose.
I'd say usually, yeah, the cultures that kind of don't have the luxury of being picky.
Yeah.
They kill the cow. They
Yeah.
have to eat every part of it. So there's a dish for damn near every part of the cow. Like,
Yeah.
all right. Well, Lindsay, we have you back.
Yeah.
We missed your segment with giving us some.
You
some
know,
questions
I
for-
was in Palm Springs enjoying myself, even though it was high winds. I mean, didn't get to like do swimming as much as we had wanted to, but I was enjoying not having to wipe anybody's ass except for my own. So
You were killing it with the moo.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
dude, that was like
Slay.
that was fun. We had a good time. We just hung out. We did Uber Eats and just played cards and talked about stuff and just enjoyed.
Avoid getting bombed while you're out there.
Yeah, there was a bombing apparently, which was kind of interesting. We all kind of heard it, but didn't put it together. Like we all thought it was like somebody slamming a door, like in another apartment attached to us or something. But I mean, it was good. High winds, but yeah. So I'm back.
Now
It's
that you're
good.
back, we can do your segment again.
Yeah.
I like this. I do enjoy your segments.
Yeah, they're
You
really
got some
good.
pretty thought provoking.
Yeah, they're really good.
Thanks.
So let's see what you got for
Well,
us.
we
this
gotta
week.
wait for Sal to get back because Sal, we need to.
Are you guys familiar with Italian brain rot? Julian put me onto that.
Brain rot.
Italian brain rot.
No.
These new characters that are starting to take over social media.
No, it's not
Fucking the most random shit.
really.
Yeah. Just some of the popular ones. Tralalelo, tralala. It's a shark with legs and blue Nikes.
Do you have a picture of it?
Yeah. Fucking legendary. This shit right here.
Here, bring it up right here.
Julian, this is for you. Tralalelo, tralala.
I don't know if Julian is still here.
Yo, well, he should be. Or if he's not.
Oh, is Julian Booty Shaker 9,000?
Julian better not be
Because
booty
he's-
shaker 9,000.
Because he said tongue.
Oh, no, that's
Sucker.
booty shaker. Yeah, tum tower. Booty shaker 9,000 knows about that. Me and Julian were somewhere, and then I forgot we were at the movies, I think. And somebody just yelled, tum tower. It's these fucking random characters. It's AI created Italian, like weird Italian characters. If you just look up.
Where did it come from?
I don't know.
Italy?
I don't know if it came from
Did it-
Italy. It's called Italian brain rot, but I don't know where. It's all over TikTok. It's all over TikTok and Instagram. Yeah, but some of them are like this: Bombino Crocodilo, Ballerina Cappuccino. It's literally a ballerina with a cappuccino head.
I like that. I'm kind of into
But
it.
they're starting to like fucking take over social media. It's
What do they do with it? They just post them, or
They
are
make
AI
weird
or
videos.
whatever?
Yeah, like they make AI videos of who would win, like Bombardino Crocodilo, which is a bomber with a crocodile head, just like the most,
Or who?
or fucking the shark with legs and Nikes. Like
What are we doing?
it has three, and the shark has 3 legs.
Does it say who created that?
AI created it. It's created by AI.
No, but is there a person that like initiated those prompts to like create these characters, or
No, I don't know if like we don't have the creator. Let me see if there's like an origin. I don't think there is an origin meme. It's just brain rot. It's
Stop falling. Is he okay?
let me see, it is obsessed with Italian films like Goodfellas, The Sopranos, Godfather.
No.
Italian brain
Really?
rot.
Is that not it?
No.
No, it's these random characters. There's like a tangerine with muscles and a six pack.
This is
What?
this is saying somebody who's like trying to be Italian. This is not the same as like
Yeah, just look up Italian brain rot.
you're in Chat GPT and it's not that's not Google, babe.
It's better than Google. An over-the-top meme-fueled obsession.
There you go.
That's
Yeah,
just-
Booty Shaker knows what's up. Booty Shaker. Those two. I like that one too. There's one that goes, no. I think that's too. Yeah. Look, it's this shit.
Tung sahur. Anomali mengerikan yang hanya keluar pada sahur. Konon katanya kalau ada orang yang dipanggil sahur 3 kali dan tidak nyaut,
But the
maka
kids are
makhluk ini
obsessed with this
datang di
shit.
rumah kalian.
What about it? What are they?
Seremnya, tung ini biasanya bersuara layaknya pukulan kentungan seperti ini.
Oh, that's the Italian version. Hold on.
This generation's cooked, bro.
Bro, the
Right.
generation is fucking wild, bro.
Our
I
kids,
don't understand
this is like, I'm sure that Elias and Julius are about to get up on this because they do weird things.
I hope not.
What?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Luke is wondering why Sal put the yogurt in his burrito.
We'll ask him.
We gotta wait for Sal to get back.
We'll ask him when he gets back. That's insane.
Let's see if Julian knows. Julian! He's probably asleep. Never mind. Probably fell asleep.
No, he's in the chat.
He's shaking his booty.
No, I don't think he's in the chat.
That's a chimpanzee.
Chimpanzini Benini. Banananini.
So,
Look at this!
Italian brain rot list. He's knocked out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's too good, dude.
Yeah, there's ballerina cappuccino.
There's a cappuccino assassino.
Yeah, cappuccino assassino's crazy.
What the hell?
Yeah,
Oh my
bro.
gosh, this one's my favorite. Trippy Tropy.
What?
What? Look at that!
Ridiculous. All right.
Yeah, this generation is cooked for sure.
All right. So what questions you got for us, babe? I know you got some good stuff.
Okay, all right. We're back on my segment.
Mm-hmm.
So
You're back.
I don't know what you guys did without me. All right, we are gonna talk about some like red flags in relationships. Yeah, so we're gonna start with what is the dumbest pet peeve that you have that has almost ruined a whole day? So like for example,
Day? Or date?
yeah, a whole day that ruined a whole day.
Okay.
Like you're in a relationship with somebody and they're doing something that just bugs you and it like ruined the whole day. So for example, getting ready for Disneyland, I have to get myself ready and the boys ready and get the bags checked or whatever, and you used to not help me with that,
Mm-hmm.
and it would piss me off. And then I'd be mad the whole rest of the day because then it's
I
like,
think this was red flag. What is that a red flag?
yeah, what's the pet peeve, like red flag that,
You could have just asked him for help though.
well, and I did eventually, you know,
You sound like you were mad for.
but I mean, it's not an issue now.
Right.
But I mean, that was something, this was just my example, okay,
Okay.
again. But it's just something that happened that potentially ruined our whole day. Like getting out the house to like go to the zoo or something.
Mhm.
And you're like, well, you take longer to get ready than me. And it's like, well, yeah, because I'm getting 3 people ready instead of just getting 1 person ready.
I misunderstood this assignment.
Why? Okay. Right. Well, so yeah, any pet peeves that you have that like your partner has like done that?
I mean, the dumbest things would like irritate me. Like I had a girl. I went to rub her back. She had dry skin. And it just grossed me out. Like she didn't put lotion
Like
on.
she had like psoriasis?
I don't think it was psoriasis. I don't know. I hope it wasn't psoriasis. I don't know if that's just contagious.
It's
But,
not.
I went to like rub her back and it was like dry, and I was like, you know, put lotion on yourself. It was weird.
I
Didn't
mean,
talk to her again.
where on her back was it? Can you put lotion? Do you put lotion on your back?
No,
No?
but I don't, no girls rubbing my back like that. I don't know, the weirdest
Adrian.
shit. The weirdest shit will throw me off. Like if you got a weird laugh, it's throwing me off. I got weird red flags. I know it's weird, but
All right.
yeah.
Pet peeves for
Pet
you.
peeves, yeah.
I think I know one.
Pet
I
peeves
think.
are red flags.
Well, the topic is overall. My segment is red flags. So, what's your pet peeve? And I think I already know one for you is somebody who has bad breath.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah. That's not. I wouldn't say that's. Well, I mean, that is up there, but I don't know. I guess a red
But like,
flag
let's
for
say
me
you
would be-
go, would you, if you went out on a date with somebody and they had bad breath, would that ruin the date for you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
A pet peeve for me would be, I know this is gonna sound dumb, but a woman who can't carry a conversation
Mhm.
or says like a lot.
Mm.
You do
Okay.
hate the word like.
Damn.
You
And I,
hate
and
the
I,
word
and I
like.
use it. I use it. I don't think I use it a lot, but I do think I use it. A lot of people use it, but I'm talking about when they say like a lot. I'm saying like every other word out of their mouth is like,
Right.
where they don't even need to use. You know what really chaps my hide is when they
Wait,
use.
what?
You know what really chaps my hide is when they use like consecutively. They'll be telling a story and they're like you know, why did you have to? First of all, you didn't need the first like, and then you threw another like before you said another
Because
word.
their brain is not catching up to how fast their
Right.
mouth
So
is
think
moving.
about what you want to
Right.
say before you say it.
Yeah,
That's
that's
all.
all.
Okay.
Don't. That's a
I
pet
hide
peeve for
the
me
chat.
if they say like all the time because I don't know. It bothers
Well,
me.
like you said, just having a conversation, being able to just carry a
Most of the
conversation.
time, women that I've dated who use like a lot can't carry a conversation, and that to me, I've talked about this with some of the guys. It's so there's no mental stimulation there at all.
Okay. Any pet peeves?
Pet peeves for me? I'd say someone who, I'd say someone who takes forever to respond to messaging, even though ironically
That's you.
That's you.
That's a pet peeve of mine too.
But I guess like, are you saying in a relationship? I do know when we first started dating, if I didn't message you or like text you when I was like on my lunch or on my break, you would like flip out. But
Right.
you had time to post on Instagram.
Okay, that
bothers me.
yeah, that narrows it in for me then.
That bothers me,
when people have lack of consideration, right? I think that is the overarching thing. When I can kind of point out, well, you had time for this but not this, then clearly like your priorities are where they should be.
But I mean, mind you, we were dating, we worked together. You probably already saw me like 3 times that day.
I doubt it though. I doubt it.
You know,
I don't think so.
to expand on that, when the read receipts are on, and you see that they read your message
Mhm.
and they don't respond, and then they post something on IG, and then you bring it up in a conversation later, and their response, I've gotten this before. Their response is, "Well, I didn't want to respond too quick because I didn't want you to think that I am needy or that I am too into you."
Yeah, I hate
What?
that. That's stupid.
What?
If you read it and you have a response, then
Just
Come on.
respond. Yeah.
I'll read it and not respond because I don't have a response yet. I don't know what I want to say. I don't know what I want to respond to it. But I'll get back to you eventually. But it's not because I don't want to text you that quick. It's just because
That
I
makes
don't
sense.
really have a thoughtful response yet.
But to add what Mikhail said, then for them to turn around and post something on social media, to me, it's sending a message that you don't really care about the text that I just sent that you read, and I know you read, but then you don't respond for an hour. In the meantime, you post it on social media.
Yeah, I'll make sure to respond to whoever's texting me if I'm gonna post on social media because I don't want that person to think that I don't. Yeah, I don't want to be on IG like posting shit and I haven't responded to certain messages. So I get that because then it feels like if it was me and I'm waiting for someone to respond and I see they're fucking posting stories and shit, like, oh, you could have just responded to me because like, yeah, I'm busy,
Right.
Or I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
And that's what I've learned is like just be like, hey, I'm busy right now.
Right.
Or I can't get back to you. Like I read this,
Well,
but
or I mean, I know that I'll read messages and it's just too much for me to be able to respond right then.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like maybe I opened it thinking that it wasn't gonna be as something that needed so much attention, and then I open it and I'm like, fuck, I don't have time to like
Yeah.
deal with this right now.
And then I'll forget.
Yeah.
But that to me is understandable, especially if you send a message to that person and say, hey, I got your message, but I'm in a meeting right now. I'll respond when I'm
Yeah.
free.
I've done that.
But
They're
this
like,
is,
hey,
I
like,
mean,
I'm having a
That, to
crazy
me,
day.
that's
Like,
a courtesy, respectful
Yeah.
communication. Oh, okay, cool. They got a message. They're busy. They'll respond when they're not busy.
but most people don't have that common courtesy.
right, and also like, is it a
Yeah.
casual conversation? Like, is this something that needs a deadline?
No, like
Are
the
you
question I
talking
asked
about
them,
at
are you-
work?
Are you
Like-
pregnant? And they didn't.
Oh my God.
They didn't respond.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm joking.
All right. So, what?
Too many guy friends.
what
Oh, I thought you were gonna say right.
well, I mean,
Oh.
okay. So here's
I
here's
didn't
a
remember.
a
I'm not
rigid.
responding to green text messages. Just picked up.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm not.
Yeah. So that's a
You responding
leading
a
to
girl?
my next question. What's a ridiculous reason to argue while you're in a relationship? And some of the examples are like loading the dishwasher correctly,
Throwing toilet paper in the
or
trash
picking
can.
up your laundry.
Yeah, don't
or-
put toilet paper in the trash can. This
Don't
is
throw
fucking
toilet paper in
Mexico.
my trash can.
No, don't put
That's
toilet
like a
paper.
cultural thing.
Right.
Yeah,
What if
change
she
your
like?
culture.
Yeah,
Does she, like-
You're in my culture
What if she
now.
blows her nose with toilet paper? Do you want her to flush it?
No, I'm not talking about
No,
that.
don't put shit paper in my trash can.
Oh.
Put that shit in the toilet.
You guys had that happen?
Yes.
Yes.
Both of you?
Yes.
Yes.
Same girl?
Yes.
Probably.
I mean, no. No.
No.
No. We both had it
the
happen.
same type of women.
Yeah.
This isn't fucking Mexico. Put that shit in the trash. Put that shit in the toilet.
Our
plumbing works.
Can I ask you a question? Have you said something to them?
No.
I have.
I was going to say.
And I got, and it was not a fun conversation after that.
What
No.
happened?
Because they got upset, and to your point, that's how they were raised. And I'm over here saying, yeah, but
How did you bring it up? What does that conversation start with?
Don't put shit paper in my
How does
toilet.
that
You don't want to know. I came out of the bathroom and I said, hey, did you put this toilet paper in the trash can? And they said yes. Yeah, and I was like this, and I smelt it. No, I didn't. No, I didn't have it in my hand. I said, did you? I don't know the answer to the
What
question.
is this?
No, I know the answer to the question because I usually keep my trash cans clean. They're pretty empty.
Yeah.
They're fully empty, or they maybe have one or two things in them. And then so I'll come out and say, I'll say, hey, did you throw the toilet paper? in the
Hey,
trash
earlier
can?"
there wasn't shit paper in my trash. Now there is.
No, and then
Someone threw shit paper in my trash
and then
can.
they'll say yes, and I was like, oh, okay, you can throw it in the toilet, it's okay. And oh, okay. One response was like, oh, okay, and then another response has been, oh, that's just how.
Wait, I'm
I
sorry.
do
This
it."
happened to you multiple times?
Yeah.
Yeah,
the type.
Mexican chicks.
Yeah.
You live by the border.
So-
border bitches is crazy.
I had a response where it was just that's just how I was raised, and it is what it is, and I'm like, well, it is not going to be that way here.
It's just so interesting to me because I mean, when I go
We
to
have
when
powerful
I
water.
well when
Our
I go
plumbing
to
works?
TJ, when I go to Mexico, I know not to flush the toilet paper, so I don't. Okay. I feel like when then the opposite, when you come to America, you can flush toilet paper, so go ahead and do it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but to Mikhail's point, it's a cultural thing. If that's how you've been raised your whole life, I think it's a little bit insensitive to expect them to just know.
yeah,
That's your preference and
I guess.
assimilate?
But I mean, also for me
Still
to
bothers
just
me.
know to not flush the toilet paper.
So
in
we're supposed to put a
Mexico.
sign above our toilet. Don't put
No,
shit
but they
paper
don't.
in
Strong
there.
water.
But they don't put a sign above the toilet in Mexico.
But
I
you
flushed the
know.
toilet paper in Mexico. Well, I can't remember the last time I was in Mexico, but I don't take a lot of shit in Mexico.
Puerto
I
We
think
have-
we
Rico.
already took a shit in Mexico. I'm trying to think. 'cause
Oh, when we go on vacation, that's different. Those are resorts. They
yeah,
got
I'm sure the
powerful
plumbing
water.
works. Yeah.
The plumbing works.
Yeah, we're talking about like the houses in TJ.
Oh,
the hills
Yeah,
and shit.
no, or like the club when you blowing up
I'll-
the club,
I'll shit in
right?
the
Like
club.
You
yeah.
have shit in the
Yeah.
club.
I shit in the club.
But
most
did
of them.
but did you
Mexican
flush the
club?
toilet paper?
Never in
Yeah.
Mexico.
Didn't you call him out one time?
Yeah.
You shit in the club.
I shit in the club.
Oh, well,
yeah.
because he shared that story. It blew my
Yeah.
mind that he actually did that.
Oh, I've shit in the club plenty of times.
Yeah.
You gotta go. You gotta
That
go.
blows my mind.
I remember we
Oh,
took
bro.
a shot one time. We all did shots and ran up to the shot. He's like, I gotta go to the bathroom. And I went in the bathroom with him thinking, we were gonna go pee. And he went straight in the stall, and I just heard the Hershey
But
squirts.
only if I'm drunk. If I'm
Yeah,
drunk,
it's
I'll
a
go.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, you
yeah,
got the
yeah.
alcohol poops.
You got shit, yeah.
Okay, but so your ridiculous reason for fighting was for
Well, we
throwing.
didn't fight. You just said, what's a ridiculous thing that you...
No, ridiculous reason to argue in a relationship.
Oh, that wasn't an argument.
It could be if you do it again.
Yeah.
It's an argument. I already told you, the bugs, man. Don't do that shit.
Okay.
I've gotten in arguments before with women that I've dated because... So, this goes back to love languages. And I think my love language was acts of service.
Uh-huh.
So You don't have to buy me stuff. I do like quality
But doing
time.
things.
Yeah, and I do like affection, with the touching stuff. But that's not for me. If I'm doing something like a task, you don't even have to help me. But if you offer, because I might say no, I'm good.
Mhm.
Most time I am going to say no, I'm good. But if you offer, to me, that is important. And then sometimes I will say, yeah, if you're not doing anything, you want to help me out, that'd be cool. But when they don't offer at all, ever, I brought it up before with women that I've dated, and it did turn into a little bit of an argument because they flipped it on me, trying to tell me that I was needy. Like, oh, you need me to do this stuff with you? You can't do it yourself? I'm like, it's my love language. It's my love language. So I don't know if that's a meaningless thing to argue about, but
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Some wild shit that I've argued about.
have you ever argued with a woman because her hair got in your face when you were?
Yeah.
My gosh.
Yes, that's not an argument.
No.
You said something.
I don't think I have. No.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time thinking
Yeah.
about that too.
Yeah, because it's been so long since I've actually
I mean,
argued with somebody about.
Right.
Yeah,
I
I'm
know
alright.
for him and I, like, we don't really argue like that. Like, if there's an issue, we try to talk about it. We're not arguing people though.
I mean, maybe just when you lack common courtesy, like.
Yeah, courtesy is huge for me.
Like when what's her name came over to the house and she just walked in, didn't say hi to nobody, like that's rude.
The one you got over?
Yeah,
That was mad.
like
that you
just
were
rude. That's
Yeah.
like, like don't be rude. I think
Yeah.
rude people.
I wanted to hear her out, but I wasn't gonna disrespect you.
No, it was
I would never
fine.
disrespect you in front of somebody like that. But I was like, you just all you have to do is
Just say hi. Yeah.
then you go to the bedroom and get your back blown up.
Back one up.
Yeah.
Back-
I know what you're here for. I know what it is. Like I'm not. If you want, you're welcome to anything in our home. In our home, but just have some common courtesy. Say hi.
Mhm.
That's it.
Mhm. Okay.
Again, border bitches.
But that goes back to courtesy. What?
I don't
So
know.
go ahead.
I guess the ones I haven't had this happen to me personally, but I see that this is like a big thing for Apple people when they have their location sharing with other people, and they get upset when their partner turns it off or whatever. And I think it's weird for me. I guess.
Sharing location is just weird in general.
Yeah, I think that's kind of just a weird premise in general because that's just.
But that's a
not
new
thing.
generation thing. That's what Luke does, Mom. And I don't think Jonathan does it. But I know they share with each other, but I don't think he shares it with his wife. I think that's like a new kid thing. Like you share your the location with your partner. That's
Do you
different.
guys-
I'm not
you
doing
guys
that
don't
shit.
do that as Apple people? You guys don't have locations on other people?
If I don't,
If I do, I'm unaware that I'm doing it because I'm technically challenged.
I think that's the thing.
I mean,
you
you're
might have to
you gotta
it
turn
off,
you gotta turn it on.
or else you
Oh,
are.
okay.
But it's
Yeah.
the thing, like
You
they'll
have
be
to turn
like,
it off, so by default you are.
no.
I was about
No.
to say, do you have to voluntarily give up that
Yeah,
location?
like
first?
it'll tell you like, do you want to share your location? Like I've done it for like an hour. Like if I'm somewhere, it'd be like, oh, here's my location. I'll give it to you for an hour, and then I just pull up here's where I'm at. But some people leave it on like indefinitely.
And you can set it for a
Always
time frame, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, ahead of time. I've had women get upset at me because I won't share my location with them, and my response to them was, "You're not sharing your location with me, and I'm not asking you to.
Yeah, I don't.
I trust you. Why do you need to know my location? Why do you know my location?" But then it opens up. Well, what are you hiding from me? Nothing.
I'm hiding my location.
I just don't want. Yeah, I don't need to know everywhere I'm
You
at.
don't need to know where I'm at.
Yeah.
Plus, you can just lie. All you gotta do is log into. I mean, if you really want to
I
go like
didn't
that.
need to do that.
All you gotta do is log into your Apple ID on your MacBook and then just leave that location on.
Smart.
I've heard
Everybody's
people-
around.
I've
Everybody's
heard
around.
people do that.
Yeah.
So, all right, the IT guy with ways
I would
to
expect
cheat.
the IT
There's
guy.
ways around it, yeah. I mean, if you really wanted to do it, there's always ways.
We've all talked about red flags in the past on previous pods and I think we all were kind of in agreement with red flags. One of them being them having a lot of guy friends.
Mhm.
But there was another one that is this a red flag for you guys at all? And I mean, no, and I know it's probably a moot point for you. When a woman, you're dating her and early on she discloses that she has a lot of daddy issues.
That's a turn on.
What? Oh my god, that took off. Hard left.
Those are the best. What do you
That's
mean?
not a red flag for you.
No, I'm just
What do you-
fucking-
so
I'm
what do
fucking
you-
with you.
I was gonna say, what do
I'm
you
fucking
think?
with you.
Oh Jesus! He's like, they're damaged and broken.
Just
Just how I
how
left
broken. It's like I hurt myself.
You're on the prowl. You're on the prowl.
There's a code written in his DNA. Tackle drunk.
Oh my gosh. So, what is the craziest thing you or your partner, like an ex-partner, have done in the name of love / jealousy?
Craziest thing to do in the
Yeah,
name of
like
love?
what's the most unhinged thing you've done in the name of like your relationship?
Like slashing somebody's tires. Crazy.
Maybe.
That's like some like
I've never done that.
I've never done that. I've
No.
never.
Yeah,
The craziest thing for me,
allegedly.
I was
Yeah.
well, no, I really did this, but it wasn't anything criminal.
Okay.
I suspected that a girl I was dating was cheating because she's a whore, or she was a whore. She probably
She
still
is.
is.
Probably still a
Yeah,
whore.
yeah.
And you guys know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I remember this.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
and,
talked to you about
and
it.
they
You
were
said
they
you
were they were going to a friend's house for a birthday party, and I said, "Cool, so I'm gonna go with you, right?" Well, no, because his family's gonna be there, and you don't know anybody. I'm like, "Well, yeah, I know I don't know anybody, but I'm your boyfriend, so you know you could introduce me and say, hey, this is my boyfriend. So well, there should be no problem with that.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm all, if the roles were reversed, I would bring you if you didn't know anybody, and you would get introduced to people."
Mhm.
And she's like, no, I don't think it's a good idea. Like the next time we all, like maybe, she said, I want to introduce you to this guy friend when we can all hang out just with us without his family there at his house. I'm like, okay. So I was super insecure in this relationship, and
I mean, for good reason.
she had her location
Yeah.
on that. We were, I guess, sharing locations.
All
at the
that
time.
shit was suspicious to begin with.
Everything that I just said, right?
Yeah.
Red
that
flags.
was a weird thing
So
to do.
I've never done this before, and I'll tell you how it ends. So I went to where she was at because her location was on, and I knew her. Obviously, I know what her car looks like. So I found her car on the street, and I parked a block or two away, and kind of tucked my car in between some cars, and waited for her to come out to see if, oh boy, her friend like walked into her car and gave her a kiss goodbye or something like that.
Did she say the name?
Because I'm pretty sure, no, well, I'll tell you, I'm pretty sure she was cheating. But then I'm sitting there for 15 minutes thinking to myself, what in the fuck am I doing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I told you.
This, you should leave this woman,
Mm-hmm.
right?
If
So-
you're doing this.
So she
then,
never came
yeah.
out of the house, right?
Uh-huh.
I was only there for 15 minutes. I took off. She never knew that I did this.
Until now.
Yeah. I took off. I think I either called him or called my uncle, kind of told him what happened. And I think I called my uncle, and my uncle said, he always calls me son, right? Because that's like the closest thing I had to a father. He said, son, get out of the relationship.
Yeah.
This is not healthy. You don't trust her. If you're doing stuff like that, it's only going to get worse.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the craziest thing I ever did in a relationship. And literally after that, I was like, yeah, what am I doing, man? Deuces. And then she ended up leaving that house. Well, from what she says, like an hour later, oh, I'm on my way home. And then I was like, well, we need to talk. And then we talked the next day and we ended things. But that was the craziest thing I ever did. And as soon as I started getting in that mind frame, I was like,
Done.
done,
Right.
done.
There's no going back after that.
Yeah, but that's like going through a girl's phone. I'm not. Back then, I think it was probably just going through a phone.
Yeah.
But now I would not go through nobody's phone.
I was, yeah.
Because if I feel like I gotta go through your phone, that means I don't trust you.
Right.
So
What's the point?
why am I in your why are we in this relationship?
Exactly.
I'm not doing that shit. But in my younger days, when I was a heathen, yeah, going through phones for sure.
That's fair. You
Yeah.
you just don't know yet.
Going through email accounts, figuring out passwords, all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty.
IT
Levels.
guy.
to that.
IT guy.
Yeah, there's levels to that right there. Wow.
Have you ever
Hold on,
faked-
what about you? What about you?
What was the original prompt?
what's the craziest thing you or your partner have done in the name of love or jealousy?
Oh, I got a good one.
You want for me or you want
You that I can think of, but I don't know if you want to talk about it.
I think we're talking about the same thing.
Yeah, it's
But
a
that
jealousy. It's not a jealousy thing.
He would know.
It's a disrespect thing, I guess.
Yeah.
I want to know. I'm
You-
not thinking about whatever you're. I'm
say
trying
They
to
what
say
clothes-
clothes are thrown out of the
Oh,
house.
Oh
and-
yeah.
Kyle don't play.
Yeah.
Again, to McCall's point, he felt disrespected.
Oh,
Common
yeah,
courtesy.
yeah.
Don't
Big time.
disrespect McCall.
Big time.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Wait, sorry, we're talking about it?
No.
Okay, okay.
He probably has his own one.
Okay.
That's hard to beat that one.
That's funny.
Yeah, I mean, like crazy or something like that in the name of love. I can't really think of anything like that. It's aside from like, yeah, going through someone's phone. I think that's probably the worst. I think, but even like for jealousy, because I wasn't like stalking anybody or wasn't like doing anything to that extent. Like
I mean, I'd say the craziest thing that I've done for love is got married 10 months after meeting somebody, so.
That's fair.
That's what McCall got that.
Crazy.
Hammer.
That's
Yeah.
fair. That is pretty.
Mhm.
That is pretty insane.
Oh,
Yeah.
real quick.
I don't know.
Can we real quick though? Booty shaker saying good night.
Oh, good night, booty shaker.
Booty shaker 9,000. Appreciate you for
I don't know. I
Shaking
don't
that
think that's
ass.
crazy.
shaking head.
If you know.
Huh?
I said I don't think that's crazy if you know.
Yeah, again, I
Yeah.
don't
I don't
suggest.
think you truly know, though.
Yeah, I don't
Like,
suggest to anybody getting married so quickly or getting pregnant with somebody so quickly. Obviously, people do it way faster than we did, but I mean, it's a lot of decisions after making that decision to like make it keep working. So
Maybe it's
You guys
awkward.
were meant for each other though. I remember the first time I met her. She was just so dope. Like
Yeah.
you guys were like, it was just a perfect
I don't
match.
really like your.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You guys were, I felt like you opened up his world like so
Yeah. Well, I mean, I
Whiteness.
was definitely like more
much, so much whiteness. Yeah.
right. I was more fun than his previous relationship. I was taking him to breweries and like, you know, just let's do fun things.
True.
And
Our level of debauchery matched.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
For sure.
You were down to get fucked up with us.
yeah.
And that was never gonna happen.
Maybe-
in a group situation.
Maybe the only reservation that you guys might have had back then was that you were young. Not young, super young, but you were younger.
Right.
You were, you know, I guess the comparison is somebody that's maybe our age now.
Mhm.
You have much more life experience and you've been through enough to know, I would think pretty early on, if this is somebody you're going to marry or not.
Right. Well, I mean, because
Quicker than,
early on, I was the fun part, but then very early on, we also decided that we were gonna like lock it down, you know, like in other ways by getting pregnant immediately, by getting married immediately, but I mean, there has to be fun in a relationship too. So,
for sure.
have you ever faked or threatened a breakup to win a fight?
Oh, I thought you were going to say faked an orgasm.
Oh my gosh.
Boy, do I know
No.
somebody that has a good story for that.
To win a fight or to like to prove a point, you know, you guys are fighting and you're like, fuck this, we're done. Like, just to get them to be like, no, like,
Yeah, I've done that.
I think
I
that's,
did that all.
I think that's like common practice.
Yeah.
is it? Yeah, I mean, we've never done
No,
it,
I know.
obviously.
I went in the
But I don't
closet,
think it's that
grabbed
crazy.
all my shit. I'm fucking done with this shit. I'm out of here. But I know I was doing it.
You're like, I am
Did
leaving.
it work?
I'm
Yeah,
going
obviously
out
it worked.
the door.
Low key, that used to be my toxic trait when I was younger. That was my go-to.
The
And I'm not proud of it.
Threatening to leave?
Yeah, I'm not proud of it at all.
Yeah.
But I did it so much to, one, get them to apologize, but two, oh, you need me or you want this more than I want it.
Right.
That was 100% insecurities coming out big time.
Toxico.
Yeah, I told you this. I wasn't proud of it. This was a long time
I don't think
ago.
that's that crazy though.
Right.
I think people do that all the time. I personally. I don't think that's that-
Right.
that crazy.
Okay. So then, have you ever thought someone was the one, only to find out, like, that you just needed a snack or a nap? Like, it was just so obvious that, like,
it's called post-nut clarity.
oh shit.
Yeah.
For real.
That's
Explain.
what that's called.
Explain.
Like you think like, oh, this person's amazing,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
and that,
yeah.
and then
You
know,
get your
fi-
rocks
you
off and
finally-
you're like,
you
oh
get there,
god.
And then after you're like, damn, I probably should have not did this.
Yeah, that's that Cat Williams. That's
Yeah.
that Cat Williams bit
Yeah.
where you see some chick at the bar. She's fine. She's a 20 out of 10.
Yeah.
You're trying all night to get in those panties. You get her home. You sleep. You buy her some drinks, right? You're talking. Things are going well. You get her home. You sleep with her. You roll over. Bitch, you owe me $50 for all those drinks.
God damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's post my clarity. For
Post
sure.
my clarity.
Yeah. Okay.
What was the question?
Have you ever thought someone was the one?
Oh yeah, that was every girl I dated in my 20s.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Oh my god.
Every girl. Disneyland passes. Put you on my phone plan.
Yeah.
Let's talk about getting married. Let's buy a home. All of it.
I knew it was a wrap. Once you start calling them love, that was.
Yeah.
Once you started saying, "Oh, hey, love," you probably known her 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know,
that was me throughout my 20s.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That was a wild man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I know that there was this guy that I was like dating that, I mean, he had like his own place, he had a good job, he did already have a kid, but like, you know, whatever. And just, all right, hanging out. He was friends with this dude that my other friend was hooking up with, but then I introduced him to my friend Diana, and Diana looked at me and she's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And and at that point I was like, "Oh shit, what am I doing here?" Yeah, like this guy had like a fucking weird eye, like it was not good. Like I don't know what I was thinking. Like,
Wait, so what prompted her to have that reaction other than his appearance? Did he not have his shit as together as he thought he did, or just appearance?
he like. So he had the wonky eye, but he just also was like not like mentally like, you know, like I'm up here and he was like really like mentally down here kind of thing. Like,
You just had an itch you have to scratch. Oh,
yeah, well, you know, like I was like not even 21 at this point, and it was just one of those things where you think that you're like so conditioned to think like, okay, I need a house, a job, you know, like all of these things go, and that's what you need to like be in a, but it was all bad news. So no, it wasn't a fire truck, whatever, emergency.
No,
purposes.
No, it was hardly.
Those are the, yeah, those are ladies.
Yeah.
The ladies
Those are the ladies happening out there.
hurting for
Hurting for a squirt.
So
Have you ever had a squirt?
That's not real. They pee themselves. Squirting is not real. You know that, right?
Yeah, but
They piss their pants.
Have you ever?
But they're in the bedroom naked.
Have you ever had that though?
Yeah, and she tried to tell me that it was a condition that she squirts, and I'm like, you just peed all over my bed. It smelled like pee too. And then she got super embarrassed, and I felt like an asshole. But and that was a thing. It just happened.
So it was a condition.
I don't know, but she.
So Sal's not down for squirting.
She told me that because, man, it's a good. Okay, so I told her, I'm like, hey, what do you like? What do you like? What, you know?
Wait, you were going down on her. She squirted on
What
you.
gets you off? No.
She R. Kelly'd you.
No, I wasn't going down on her. I'm like, what do you like? What gets you off? Like, how do you, I wanted to make sure that she climaxed as well. And she always told me like, no, I don't want to come. I'm like, what girl doesn't want to come? She's like, because if I come, I squirt. I'm like, and I was young. This is again in my 20s. I'm all, what? I at that time I believed squirters were real. A squirter is somebody who has intense orgasms. So every guy tries to make their girl squirt.
Right.
I'll make you squirt tonight, right?
Right.
Well,
I'm gonna make you what the
I'll make you squirt tonight, girl. The squirts for me, the Hershey's. I mean, not the Hershey squirts. But
Yeah, that's bad. That's the wrong
Yeah,
part.
that's the wrong
That's
squirt.
that freak out.
So we're in the throes of passion. We're on each other's
Throes
loins.
of passion. Why are you saying that? Just say you were fucking. Jesus
You're
Christ.
so weird.
That's insensitive.
The
You
throes
sick
of
son of a bitch. You sick son of a bitch. So we're getting into it, whatever you want to say. And then she releases, I guess. She climaxes, and it's everywhere. And I'm thinking, great success.
Yeah.
And then
This is real.
yeah, and then I'm like, and then out of nowhere she gets up, she goes to the bathroom to clean herself up, I guess, and I'm laying in bed, and I started looking down, and we both been drinking. Started looking down, I'm like, did I piss myself? Thinking, and I'm like checking myself, And then I roll over and it just smells like pee. I'm all, you just pissed all over my bed. And then I researched it and found out there's no such thing as squirting. They are peeing. And that's a real thing.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, no, I don't like squirters. Sorry, that was the question you asked. That's the answer I have.
All right. Leads into my next question. Are there any obvious red flags that you've ignored?
Squirters.
Well, that's not an obvious one because you had to like get there to like.
Obvious, so we knew about them and we just ignored them.
Yeah, just.
Yeah.
It depends if I hit first. I'll ignore everything if I haven't hit first. Right?
Everything.
Me,
You'll ignore the Adam's apple.
I'm not ignoring the Adam's apple, first of all. But I'll ignore some red flags.
I've ignored her
her
balls
balls.
before. That's a good point though.
Yeah.
Before or after post-nut clarity.
Yeah, he's not posting that clarity. I'm definitely ignoring some red flags.
Yeah, to me it goes back to the guys. Like I ignored women that had a bunch of guy friends because I thought she was different and maybe she is the girl that can have a bunch of guy friends and it's purely platonic and there's no intentions with these guys. No, that was never the case. So I've ignored that before.
So having guy friends is a red flag.
A lot of guy friends.
Yeah.
A lot, not a couple, like a lot.
Oh, there. Anyhow. I mean, I've ignored red flags for sure.
Clearly, your friend told you about them.
Yeah.
Guys with side eyes.
No, but also, I mean, not only that, but like, I've just like being with somebody that you don't really connect with and you're just staying with them just because you're like, okay, I'm gonna make it work, and it just doesn't work.
I see that.
Yeah. Like there was one guy I dated that like didn't eat. He was so picky about food. And to me, like that should have been a red flag from the start of just like not.
Like all you wanted was fucking chicken tenders, like a 6-year-old.
Pretty much, it was
Yeah.
Pepperoni pizza, plain cheeseburgers, spaghetti and meatballs. He
was 5.
clearly he's autistic. Okay,
He was on an air fryer diet.
basically, yeah. Breakfast was like pancakes or cereal, like yeah, no vegetables at all allowed. Like
Unless you put orange juice in a cereal, isn't that? That's pretty normal.
yeah, but to me, like I want to be able to like eat different kinds of food and like kind of enjoy
Yeah, you
different
want the
things.
forest oysters. What was it called earlier?
Rocky Mountain
There
oysters.
we go.
You say forest oysters?
Forest.
Oh.
I want to enjoy my Rocky Mountains.
Yeah.
I
But
see that. If you're attracted to someone enough, like people ignore everything. You know what I mean? Like that's just kind of.
I'm sure that happens all the time.
Yeah.
Like these billionaires or people with money,
Yeah.
they probably ignore every
You
red
had-
flag.
If you had a supermodel that you were dating, all she ate was potato chips, I'd be like, I like potato chips.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
the ones
could
you
be
hate
nice.
or whatever. you
Yeah,
know?
like, oh,
Have
there's like 100 different types of potato chips?
Yeah, exactly.
Have you ever pretended to be into something just to smash?
100%.
Like
Oh my
me,
God.
yeah, I pretended to be a Taylor
Yeah.
Swift fan. I was a Swiftie person.
Dude, and then you hit and you're just like, why did I even
Fuck
pretend
this.
that I like this stuff?
Kanye was right.
Yeah.
Church.
Hey, his new song has a catchy beat.
That, no, we're not talking about that.
Yeah, I'd say for that, like church.
Yeah.
I attended church for however
that's
long.
right. Oh, I
so,
remember that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh my god.
mhm.
Yeah.
Can one of you guys come too? Can one of you guys please come?
I think I went once.
Yeah, I'm sure you
Couple times.
probably came a couple times. Yeah, all you guys.
Wasn't it the church right there
Company,
by the
right?
old valleys?
Yeah, this is great.
Cornerstone or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope. Never again. But yeah, that's I say for me, I was
Right, and then you met me, who was like anti-religious,
Anarchy!
basically.
Anarchy!
right. That wasn't
Let's
necessarily
drink
why.
beers.
That was yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
That wasn't But,
with a big butt and a smile.
There,
It
okay.
was just
Alright.
game over for you.
all right.
Mhm.
Glaze
Kyle,
yourself.
You whore.
Yeah. All right. Is that all you got?
That's all I got.
All right.
There's some good ones.
Yeah, that was good.
Mhm.
All right. Well, that concludes this episode. What episode are we on now? Number 15?
15.
15.
15.
Oh, wait, wait, hold on. Jonathan had a question for you.
Okay.
Or for you, so.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, it was Luke. Luke is wondering why does Saul put yogurt in his burrito?
Tell Luke to mind his fucking business. I know why he's asking that damn question.
Was it like plain Greek yogurt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So instead
You
you
put
put
like-
milk,
mayo?
you
yeah,
put
it's-
milk play in your fucking
No,
California
not
burrito?
Kettle play.
No, like Greek yogurt
It's a
is
healthier option than
basically
mayo.
instead of sour cream.
Yeah, or sour cream.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, and it tastes to me just as good, but it's way healthier than mayo or sour cream or Cool Whip. You don't put Cool Whip in
Cool
burritos.
Whip in
No.
the burrito? No.
Cool Whip
That goes on
Although it is
With-
healthier.
goes on
Yeah.
pumpkin pie.
Yeah, because I meal prep and I take burritos to work, and I talk to the people at work about what's in the burritos.
Your
They're
macros.
really
and-
healthy, and I've mentioned that before, and everybody gives me shit about putting
Yogurt.
Greek yogurt in my chicken burritos.
I tried to do that
Yes,
for
it's not
something, and
bad.
he's like, "I'm not eating that," and I'm like,
What was it?
"Greek yogurt instead of sour cream."
Oh, yeah.
Well, the recipe
That's not
calls
bad.
the recipe calls for mayo, but they say if you want to be healthier, you can use light mayo because it's way less calories. But I was thinking, well, what if I want to be even healthier than that? I don't want any calories, but I want more protein. Greek yogurt. Shitload of protein in Greek yogurt.
Right.
Doesn't your answer, Luke?
And probiotics.
Yeah.
Jonathan asked, why is Sal in boss mode right now?
Am
With your shoes and your pants.
I? Oh, that just came from work. I was like, I don't feel like I'm a boss, but I'm just talking about spoilers.
Right? What else do you want from me?
What else do you want from me?
Alright. That's good.
Good questions. Good questions.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have anything else, I don't think.
Perfect.
I
Alright.
got one
wait.
question for Adrian.
Nope.
Would you do the video that came out with DJ Khaled and what's his name, Ashton Hall?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Would you do that? Hell yeah!
Yeah.
I want to see you shirtless running with that dude side by side.
You could tell, too, that Ashton was, like, light jogging.
Yeah.
He was trying to slow down.
Yeah, like, he was
He was,
just,
like,
it was
Fast walking.
Yeah, and Khaled is running as fast as he can. That was dope.
That was cool to see. But I'm so happy you blow an ACL or something. That would have been bad.
I mean, they only showed a couple steps worth of sprint. So
Sure, that's all he got.
Yeah,
He did a 10-yard dash.
for sure. That's all they got right there. All right.
I got one more thing.
Okay, what do you got?
Both of our kids got some awesome awards.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
they did. They did.
Juju got an award for principals list, and
Nice.
that's for excelling in English language arts and math.
Fuck yeah.
So he is a smart kid.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Elias got a Star Citizen Award for
Mhm.
being a
Star Citizen.
yeah, for being an integral part of the school.
Fuck yeah. Shout out to citizens.
hmm So, but just so proud of our Juju for working hard in school, and
That's why he
he,
gets in trouble a lot because he's smart.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's 5, so he's still learning of making choices and being in school around other kids, and it's an opportunity for him to just kind of be wild. But
Do you have any awards for asking him those questions?
he fucking for sure wins that award.
Nobody even he
Oh
did a
my
ballpark
gosh.
of his own.
Oh my gosh,
Right.
everything, all day. You don't even know how many times a day I tell him, I don't know, baby, I don't know. Like, just always a question, always something with him. He's definitely beyond his years. He wrote "Happy Birthday" by looking at, because it was Elias's birthday yesterday, by looking at the birthday sign, the birthday
That's
banner.
awesome.
And he wrote it, and it's like all on one line,
Hell yeah.
and it's like good writing. He's just about to turn 6, so
Try to outsmart that kid by asking him questions to his questions.
Keep guys a good rebuttal.
He asks you questions again.
mhm.
He outwits you.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
he's so smart. So
Or
Good
he'll
job,
answer
Juju.
real quickly. You ask him a question, he'll be like, I don't know, and then he goes right back to another question.
mhm.
Uh,
All right. Well, with that said, thank you guys for tuning in. You Don't Say That podcast. Let us know how you guys like the live stream, areas to improve, what you guys want to see us do, and we'll try to do our best to do it.
Holla.
All of that. Let me see. Anything else I'm missing? I don't think so.
Hey, stay away from the baby oil. That's all I gotta say.
Stay away from the free throw.
That's good advice. That's really good advice.
Mhm.
All right. And with that said, we are out of here. Thank you. Peace.
Bye.
Peace.
There. Stop recording there. You're done there. I need to turn that one off.
Can we just email that to me?
I think I might get in trouble for the squares comments.
I don't think it was.
No.
I don't think that was that bad.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't care.
That's a real right there.
It's not coming out, but I mean, like I'm saying, you're not gonna edit it out. I don't care.
Should I
You
press
want me
this
to
for
go?
you?
No. If it's real worthy, I say.
Yeah, hold it down.
Let the squirting begin. But
With the sheets
okay,
that's
but
being-
for real,
What's up?
are we off? We're off, right?
Hold on.
It doesn't matter. Do you believe that women squirt in the sense of they're having an orgasm and it's I don't even know.
I think
women
it's because they're having their orgasm.
But it's pee.
Yeah, I don't think it's cum. I think it's pee.
yeah,
But I think it's because
it is a climax with a combination of pee.
Yeah.
She got a full bladder and
Yeah.